Yeah, that's just how we are. Okay. So let me. Okay, let me test something else because if you remember the last stream, or was it? I forget if it was episode four
Oh,
or
now you're live,
three.
I see.
I forgot if it was episode 4 or 3, but that was where DJ said, "Oh, this whole time we could see your other tabs. I thought you wanted it that way." And I'm like, "No, I did not want. I never wanted it that way."
I said that because you were looking at it. So I'm like, okay, that's
Yeah.
fine, I guess.
No, because I didn't realize that that's what was
Still doing the
happening.
stream. Holy shit.
The chuds are here. Pina, the chuds are here.
Well, I just wasn't the time I got called a Chad.
Oh boy. Alright, let me... I have my Discord notifications on Do Not Disturb. Well, I had that because of my midterms. I was super busy and just didn't want to try and feel like, oh, because I have this thing where whenever... Oh. Whenever I have Discord open, I don't know, I kind of like an addict, and that picture of Lois where she's looking at the pill bottle, that's me just
Oh,
like,
you
yeah,
have ADHD.
oh, I'm sure someone will message me, or I will see a message in a server that I think is interesting I can partake in, even though I shouldn't. I'm busy. I know I do, but I didn't think
That's
that
what
that
that
was
is.
something.
You're distracting yourself easily because there's stuff happening
Yeah.
that you could. Are
Well,
more
it did
interested
help a
in.
little bit. Well, actually, okay, kind of. I was gonna get into that. Um, I don't know why, but when I went on Do Not Disturb, I could still hear the ping sounds. So I don't know why. It did eventually stop.
Your
But
Discord sucks. That's why.
yeah, well, what else can we do?
No.
I did see.
You
Well,
can get on
I
Poob. Everybody hop on Poob.
kind of. I was not watching, but there's this video that YouTube wanted to recommend me. That was about, oh, here are several Discord replacements. And I'm like, I've never heard of any of these. I've never even seen any of these. And I think Discord is kind of like, oh god, this might sound bad to say, but Discord is kind of like Twitter, where it's been around for so long to serve its purpose that I feel like it's at this point, even if both things have done things that kind of suck, it's hard to switch to something else.
Hard to shake it. Well, the part of the problem with the Discord replacements is that they're not doing a good job giving you the features that Discord has. Really. Like, Telegram is not a replacement for Discord. I would
Oh, I
rather kill
forgot
myself.
about Telegram.
I can't say that on YouTube. I'm really
Also,
sorry.
camera is
the
good
fuck
here
Telegram
because
is
it
the
tells
best.
me
That's
I
right.
need to go to the
Furries
top
love
right.
Telegram because they have free stickers.
That
What?
makes no fucking sense. They don't work like. They don't work like each other at all.
Their chats. Anyway.
No, this was not a chat. This was a forum.
Anyway, shut up. Pipe down the things. TeamSpeak was doing their TeamSpeak thing on Twitter. They just kept advertising TeamSpeak, but the problem is that TeamSpeak is not as good as Discord, and they seem very content with that part of their product. So it's just like, I don't know. It's like it's everybody's chance to swoop in, right? But nobody wants to actually like add the features.
Because that orb I broke, I know that led to somewhere, but I can't go through this door. The camera indicates that I need to go to the top right. Is it something to do with this. Let me. Oh yeah, continue. Sorry, what were we saying?
That's kind of it. It's just like there's not really much reason to jump ship because you can't. I mean, you can, but like the alternatives are like just worse currently because it was kind of at that point where there is no reason to compete because it's working, it's fine, and they're doing okay. So it's just like, why would I spend all this time making a Discord alternative that's as good, if not better, than Discord if no one's gonna actually use it?
I know.
And no, I just kinda don't have one.
One Discord-esque thing that people use is Slack, but I don't know that much about it. All I really know is that it's essentially Discord for business. But when I hear that, it makes it sound like we're too pretentious to use Discord. Discord is unprofessional. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna use that.
I want my channels. I want my channels. I want my voice channels. I want streaming and voice calls and stuff. You know.
Oh whoa, this is cool.
I don't like when I say Discord features. I don't want like a gradient on my fucking text for my name. I don't care about that. I don't have that. You know, I don't want the nitro features. I want like the normal basic functionality shit. I want my GIFs. I want GIFs to work.
Oh yeah, I did hear about
I need to get a drink.
on Discord that something about tenor, that like they were getting rid of it. I don't know if that just hasn't started yet, but I'm able to use GIFs just fine.
Yeah, it's already switched.
Really?
Well, they're still they just changed the different GIF people.
But you can still use the same GIFs?
If you save them, yeah.
Huh. Okay, because to me it didn't seem like that anything was different. It even said
I think that's fucked up with the search. The search is like kind of.
Because it even said on my Discord, search tenor. So I don't know.
If it's on mobile, it is still on tenor, but I haven't changed it on mobile.
Oh, okay, that's why. Ooh, red orbs. Okay. That's kind of neat that the hands pop out. Oh, and they are kind of like an illusion because throughout the game, those hands would show up and they would just hurt you to indicate that, oh, we don't want you going this way yet. Oh, what the heck? It's like the eye from Repro almost. I hate that thing, by the way. Because I'm never able to avoid it, but for some reason everyone I play with is, so...
Literally, if you get hit by it, just backwards. Just don't do
anything. Yeah, no, I do, but...
That's all you need to do.
Maybe this is me being directionally challenged, but I always end up in a wall, and I die because I took too long to back out.
Like, you need to just like backtrack. Just backtrack a little bit, and then you'll definitely go through the door that you came in, and then you're free.
Oh, I have a yellow orb, that's good. Yeah, okay. Now I will save state. Because I'm unprofessional. I'm not beating the game the way Camille wants.
Camille wants to waste your time as much as
this
possible.
Effect is, that was so cool. I mean, even though it is just, like the texture... Well, the model and the texture are animated. I don't know. I just think it's cool because it's not done a lot, and I appreciate when games try to do sort of optical illusions like that. All right, Scotty. Haven't fought one of these enemies in a while. Oh, God. He's so small that when he tried to hit me, he couldn't. I never noticed that detail. That's cool. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's cool. Like, reality is warping on itself. I wonder if that actually is the case, that they do take the part of geometry of the level that they modeled, and then they just animate that.
I'm back.
I mean, yeah, that's how you animate anything.
Yeah,
What are we
I mean,
talking about?
even though it sounds simple, I mean, I like it. I just think it's good, and I like when people do that. Yeah, no need to dismiss a feature that I think is impressive just because it's easy to do. Because another thing is that it may be easy to do, well, according to you, but like it's hard for anyone to make a game in general. We know that because fun fact for those who weren't aware, my university held a game jam, and I managed to be one of the project leads because my game idea got picked up, and somehow I managed to get DJ involved because they did say students outside of my university could join. So I was like, you know what? I have a good idea. And thank God for that, because if it wasn't for him, the game would not have be able to be made at all. And we kind of had a hell of a time. I mean, I thought it was fun, and everyone else claimed to have fun. But DJ, do you want to talk about what happened on the very last day that we're allowed to work on the game? Because we had 2 weeks. It started on a Friday and it ended on a Friday. I remember you and someone else were like, why would they end this on a Friday? It's such a bad day to do it. I'm like, well, maybe. It does make sense though, because they started it on that day, but yeah.
Oh, that's stupid.
But yeah, so tell them what happened.
Well, nothing much. We just like fucking crammed everything into one day.
No, are you kidding me? No, there was stuff that happened. You're corrupted everything that you coded.
I was like looking back on that, like it didn't like matter at all, honestly. Like I fixed it really quick. It didn't.
Dude, it's like, oh, I just had to redo everything.
It was less scary sounding than it was.
Yeah, well,
like, I had to redo everything, but it was really fast. Like it took me like 1/4 of the time. Like
okay.
Nothing.
Well, you made it sound like that it was a big deal, and I kind of thought it was because that meant that.
Freaking the fuck out.
I think it is a big deal because that time should have been spent polishing the game.
Yeah.
I'm not really able to change anything.
I think there's no way.
I'm not real. I think it saved me time.
You think it saved time?
Because I wouldn't have been able to finish the pathfinding in time, so I had to revert back. And now I kept trying to fix the pathfinding.
So
like,
it was
it saved me time.
I got you.
So it was the way that you were.
Like, sound effects and stuff.
It was the way that you were coding the game before. Is that what it was?
Well, DJ went back and made a quick fix, basically.
Like I kept trying to make the pathfinding work, and it will not work because it was just not gonna work. And I had to like revert.
Oh my god!
Like, just made me do it early. So you just saved me time.
It saved you time, but not really.
I'm just gonna avoid these guys.
They saved me time because I'm stupid.
I'm such a bad fucking chud, such a big fat coding chud. I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm sorry.
Not happens.
I got up to leave to get the healthiest things known to man: cream cheese and Coke.
Oh god, I might as well redo it because actually, I don't know. Maybe I can do it. Maybe I can do it.
I'm trying to watch my finger like Ganondorf.
There's this video where it's Ganondorf. So there's a meme where people would take like random videos and then just make the voices deeper, and they would say, "Oh, Great King of Evil Ganondorf does so and so," and for that particular video, it's him in a drive-through, and we quote it so much because there's just a lot there. It's like what is the order again? Do you remember?
He orders like all kinds of stuff. He's ordering stuff from like 3 different restaurants. Um, but no, I don't know. He gets a fly fish. He says, "I want a 4-piece chicken nugget, but I only want to shove the other chicken nugget up your ass."
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, my favorite is the Diet Coke, like half Diet
Oh,
Coke.
he wants half diet, half regular.
Yeah, and then
That's a life hack. I could almost get behind that one.
So you want to try that IRL?
No, fuck no. Diet Coke's nasty. I would rather just drink a soda like normal. When I'm actually dieting, like let's be serious for a second. Remove me from my cream cheese Coke day that I'm having right now. I would just drink a Coke and I would just tank the 140 calories. It'll be okay.
Yeah, I don't drink Coke. I never have.
I like soda.
You know, I don't. And honestly, I'm kind of glad.
Yeah, no. Consider yourself
People
lucky.
tell me that, well, some people tell me that I'm missing out because soda's like this
I think it's
liquid
yummy.
liquid
It's
delicacy.
satisfying. I like Coke. I hate Coke the company.
No, yeah. I mean, is there really any company that anyone likes, really?
Yeah.
Like, which ones?
Like Aether Studios, like Valve. Like,
Yeah, Valve's a good one, actually.
Valve. I love Valve for inventing gambling for children.
Okay, well,
We needed more of that.
that turns out that's not true. We know the truth
Jeffrey
because
Epstein did this.
okay, well,
Oh,
I
give
was
me microtransactions.
you know if you're okay, we're going there then. Yes, there was a thing in the files that was like Jeffrey Epstein was friends with Bobby Kotick, and there the investor from New York, the New York investor was all like to Bobby Boy, hey, you know what would be a great idea? We can make more money from these games by having a market for children to spend money. And okay, that's not exactly how it was.
I think that I've seen that. I think it was just trying to get. I think that was just microtransactions. I don't because like.
Well, yeah.
They don't really do like gambling in COD, like CS:GO skins and stuff. You know.
Yeah,
To be fair, I don't. People hold Valve against this, but like they also crashed this market recently, so
I
you know.
thought that it wasn't actually Valve. That
Well, they just have a really popular online system.
yeah, that's true. Because it's always the thing
They probably
where
didn't invent it. There's always something that you don't know about. Like
yeah, it's always the thing where if you think someone invented something, that's not. It turns out that there's usually someone that actually did do it first. Like I saw this video a little bit ago saying that Nintendo claims that they invented Z-targeting, which was basically a lock-on system for games, but it turns out that's not entirely true because there was a Sega game on the arcades called Virtua On that did that first. So, yeah, it's like I said, one of those things. Am I going to?
They probably didn't know, honestly. Like that's also something that happens when something doesn't hit the mainstream like that. You just don't even. You know, maybe they would get it, maybe they wouldn't, because they're industry people.
That's
it depends
also,
on how much they're paying attention to that sort of stuff. But
yeah, that's also a thing. And I don't have an example, but I know this has happened before because I heard it, where someone knows that this thing that invented some system just was. They knew it was niche and it wasn't gaining traction, so they took it for themselves and it became popular that way.
yeah. Oh, it's an option.
The
That sounds like
nuclear
I'm
option.
saying we should do it. That sounds like I'm saying we should do it. I don't even know what you do that with. That works less nowadays. It worked a lot better back then.
Yeah. We used to be a country.
We used to be a country. I used to be able to steal things that no one would know. My Dragon Ball fighting game, people used to be able to steal all the music that they wanted, and everyone just said it was peak, you know, like. And now people say things like that's problematic, and we have to take it out because you stole all of that music.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy. What was that? That was Budokai 3.
I don't remember.
I think it was Budokai 3. It was
I
just
know,
funny to me. They changed that game's like whole soundtrack or something.
I know that was a thing with the actual show, because
Oh, was it? I know about that.
yeah, I know Dragon Ball Z had two soundtracks: the Japanese soundtrack and the American soundtrack. It was actually two different things. It was kind of a Sonic CD situation where they had different soundtracks for the region, and I don't know why they did that for Dragon Ball, but for those that don't know, for Sonic CD, the composers that Sega hired said that they didn't think the soundtrack was fitting, so they changed it to their they changed it basically. Oh god, I have to kill these guys. Do I have... I can probably use this, actually.
I don't have strong opinions on the Sonic CD soundtrack.
Yeah, I like both, but I think, contrary to what the composers have said, I do think the Japanese soundtrack is more fitting, but I like the US soundtrack. I like the songs by themselves, because I do think they are good.
But you don't like them when you're playing Sonic CD because you have to play Sonic CD.
That's true. That's that's doubly true.
Guys, it's the best Sonic game ever. How do I know no one's played it?
I remember back in the day, it was like I mean,
I liked it fine when I played it as a child.
yeah, I think it was, I want to say the late 2000s, early 2010s, when people were like, oh, Sonic CD is the best Sonic game. Even every classic Sonic fan's Lord and Savior, Christian Whitehead, aka the guy that made Sonic Mania, he says that Sonic CD is his favorite game. And I'm just like, I don't know, buddy, are you sure?
He's the vision.
Yeah, the vision of... I love going through labyrinthian levels where your whole gimmick is reliant on you keeping speed, but your levels, even worse than how other Sonic games are designed, it's just too difficult to keep your speed. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, you know what I mean, right, Rob?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because even in other 2D Sonic games, there are points in the levels where I guess you are punished for going fast, even though that's not exactly how I would word it. It's more
you're
like
getting memory check, dipshit.
yeah,
you
you're rewarded for
knowing already.
Yeah,
it's a speedrunner thing. That ties back into the whole like I used to play Mario to go as fast as possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, you memorize the level. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Like,
but with
if you
Sonic
know that
CD,
the thing's coming in Sonic, you just avoid it.
Yeah, with Sonic CD, it's just shit because they're all vertical mazes. And it's like
Vertical Sonic stuck like actually, I don't know what.
Yeah, because with I know some people actually have complained that Sonic 3's levels are too big. I think they're dumb, but anyway, I think that's just because Sonic 3 did more alternate paths for levels than Sonic 2 did. But with Sonic CD, it's okay. So think of it like this: you start one way, and then you have the option to go to a path that's above, the middle, or below. And if you stay fast, and if you avoid many things, you stay on the top path, which is the quicker path. You can go in the middle one, which is, average, has more hazards and stuff. But with Sonic CD, it's like you start in one place, you go through this tower, and then you come out in one spot on the end. And that's which is the rest of the level. So I'm like, why? This is I don't like this.
It's ass.
This game is ass.
They have levels like Wacky Workbench.
Oh yeah, thank you, Nathan Folks. CD is overrated.
I don't think it's overrated anymore. I mostly see people talk about how shit it is.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is back then CD
Back
was
then it was crazy. It was
yeah, back
overrated.
then CD was for some reason the most praised. I don't know, maybe because
I was part of the problem when I got that. I played that game as a kid. I got Sonic. Everyone was like, "It's the best Sonic game ever." And I was like, "How can I play the best Sonic game ever, bro?" I was Sonic. So I got the Gems collection on eBay. And I played it and I loved it. I was like, "This game's awesome." And I think part of that was it was fresh. It was new.
Oh,
it was a little different.
This is completely new. From a living flesh cave from hell to a holy cathedral. That's interesting.
Dante died and went to heaven.
Yeah, that's true.
He died of a heart attack.
Oh, reflections. Oh, and light. Oh, that's cool. Where the light changes. The light beams, the light rays change when you move. Wait a minute. I recognize this area.
Yeah, it's happening. It's happening.
This is the meme. This is the meme.
It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening.
Again, I must face a Sparta. Strange fate, isn't it?
Strange and ironic that it will end the same way.
Irony has favored you this time. Look, there.
He's depicting him as the soy chick.
She was hung like Jesus.
Think about it. Blink.
Yeah, the heaven and hell parallels.
So sad that humans will always be humans. No more. Has the Sparta blood been spoiled over the ages? Now, die!
Trish! Trish! No!
Useless scum. Failure is one thing, but
Useless scum?
what
the fuck are you?
That. What is the matter? It is time to end your pitiful life.
What? He's got the laser eyes, and he deflected that. It looked like he did.
Are you going to keep zapping? Come out and show yourself, Moondus!
How long are you gonna keep yapping? Hit him with the Sigma stare, yeah. I do think it's interesting that in the game called Devil May Cry, the last place you go to is heaven. Because normally it's the cliche where you end with hell because it's the root of darkness and where all evil is. But because you're playing as a devil and you kind of in a way are the evil, you end in heaven. I think Bayonetta did the same thing actually. That's also the same director, so
Those eyes. Deep in them, I see the same light as in Sparta's eyes.
I can't relate this to Xenogears.
That useless being. If you need a mother, I can create it. As many as you
Wait, DJ, is this actually the last battle? Is this the end of the game? Oh shit, depending how long this takes me, I think the stream might end early. Oh, whoa, wait.
This game, I told you this stream will be super short compared to the other one.
Sean's gonna have to start playing Black Swords. Sean's gonna have to start playing Spewer.
Spewer.
Yeah, that's at
That's
the
what
end.
Yeah, I'll do the...
Macmillan.
Oh my god, it's Space Harrier! No way! We talked about this last stream!
This is what Sonic the Hedgehog
I
does.
can't believe Kamiya actually put Space Harrier in this game too. Okay, that's not... Oh... Okay, what's throwing me off is that the flight is inverted. Up is down and down is up. I used to be fine with inverted controls like that because I grew up with games where the flight was like that, where flying and swimming was like that, but I have become spoiled with new games that have it the normal way. Actually, you know, now that I think about it, isn't it kind of weird that the old norm was inverted controls for stuff like this? I kind of wonder
immersive.
why.
Except for when it's not like this.
It's like that, but like that's how like planes work. But
Yeah.
Oh,
nobody
okay.
knows that.
I think that is like all the reasoning, but then it's like for other random shit.
It's crazy. It makes no sense. Like this fucking making right goes right, left goes right. Please.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the reason that we stopped having it be the default, because it's just like, oh, this doesn't.
It's so stupid, dude. Like there's no reason.
Also, that was a good game design part right there because I didn't actually realize I could attack until that that part I was at with the 4 orbs where nothing was happening as I kept moving. So then I thought, oh wait a minute, I can probably attack and hit these things.
It just doesn't make sense unless you're going for like immersion with the controls. But most games don't.
If it's like a
most
playing
games
game
don't
where you
try to-
are playing
yeah,
at the whole thing, yeah.
Exactly. But it's like most games don't really try to do that
You know
at
what?
all anymore.
Actually,
Sometimes you get something, but
DJ,
not
you
like this.
saying that, I think that's why they
I just
they
said
did
that.
Well, yeah, but well, you saying that's when it clicked with me. I was like, oh, yeah, that is why they did that. I didn't think about that before, but that is true. Because I know that, well, nowadays it's a lot easier to derive inspiration from something else that already exists. But back then, when there wasn't as much stuff like that, people would look to references to stuff in real life. Like when designing and programming something flying, they would, you know, say, okay, how does a plane move? And for example, for something like this, it would be like, so how do we make a flying devil move? That's we'll just go with a plane. We'll use that as our baseline. I think that's also why they actually, what am I trying to say? Oh god, wait, do I have to watch the cutscene again? If that's the case, then I have to save state. Oh no, I think I do. Oh shit. Oh shit. Well, time to actually I can buy another yellow orb. Time to start yapping. We'll do our unk
Start
yap, but we
talking
just
for
talk
several
about
days.
we just talk about like life stuff. Well, we can talk over this cutscene, cause oh no, I can't believe I have to watch it again.
Did I tell
Oh,
you
well.
about when I fell at work?
That was actually well, sorry. One more thing is that not being able to skip cutscenes. That is one thing I do like about games now is that they let us do that. I kind of it's something else I have to think about why they wouldn't let you do that back then. On one hand, I could see it being a programming thing, on the other hand, because I
It's
learned
not.
this.
It's just the aircraft thing. I like just looked it up.
Trish!
As I did learn. Oh wait, what? I
I
can't
was talking
skip
about
it.
skipping cutscenes, DJ, but also
Wait, oh, I pressed
It's,
select. Oh, this whole time I could have done. Okay, never mind. I take back every single thing I said. I'm sorry, Devil May Cry. I didn't realize you were farther into the future than Kingdom Hearts 1.
I just think skipping cutscenes is like less standard and like probably not at a lot of directors. It's just like planned as like something we need, and then it became standard, and now everyone's like, "Oh, of course you have to skip
Yeah.
the cutscene."
On that topic, I did learn that I forgot what game it was about, but Hironobu Sakaguchi, the creator of Final Fantasy, he once said about one of his games that he refused to allow the player to skip cutscenes because he didn't want his movies to be glossed over, which I can kind of understand, because that's his vision. You know, he wants people to enjoy these cutscenes that were made. But on the other hand, there comes the challenge where you need to know when to sacrifice artistic integrity for player convenience when it comes to games. Because that is something that is different about games compared to films and shows, is that there's more to them than just the story. And because it's something that the audience has to interact with and will pose a challenge to them, because with a show, book, movie, and novel, all that stuff, you just keep watching it. The only real difficulty that can come with that is if you're like me and have too much ADHD that you're physically unable to watch more than one movie a day. But yeah, with
I will say,
games,
I think the solution is just literally games nowadays. A lot of games, anyway, will check. If you a lot of games that don't have, basically you can't skip it the first time, and then if you see it again, you can skip it.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, you have to sacrifice anything. You're just dying on a hill you need to die on.
yeah,
If you thought about it for like a little bit,
He died on the hill, but it was like you will watch
Yeah.
my cutscene.
you will watch the cutscene, and then like he never wanted to speak of it again. He was like, you go back to.
well, here's the thing. It's either that or Sakurai, who took the nuclear option, where people
There will be no.
No,
cutscene.
that was insane too. Like it's fucking crazy.
No,
people
one's
watched
worse, actually.
people
Please just
watched
force
my
me to watch the
cutscenes
cutscene.
on YouTube. People uploaded my cutscenes on YouTube. How about no more story for any of my future games?
Bro's
And
biggest hater ever.
the funniest thing is, so Sakurai, the creator of Super Smash Bros., he has a YouTube channel where he talks about the games industry and game design. And there was one video, I forgot what the topic was, but he kind of coyly doubled down on that stance. And I remember one of the comments I saw where it was like, Sakurai. Oh no, it was a post on Twitter that was commenting about that video. It's like, Sakurai, it's been 15 years. Let it go, man.
He's not gonna let it go because he's like, you're gonna do it again. Yeah, I don't know. That's a really weird hill for him to die on.
Yeah, but I do think that that is the best solution, is to.
To make no cutscenes.
Well, no, no. I was gonna say sorry. With what we were saying earlier, make them.
If it's important that you see the cutscene, if you're making a very story-centric game, I would say if you just let it play the
Yeah.
first time, or you can just let people skip it. I don't really like watching people just skip cutscenes because they don't give a shit. Because I think it's a little weird to me to play a whole ass video game and just like not even half-ass try to take something
Yeah.
in that's like, you know, what if you like it? God forbid you pay attention to something.
There are people
But,
that.
No, I know people like that.
Yeah, there are people that do that. Thankfully, I don't actually physically know anyone yet that does that, but I have seen people, other people, be like that, and I'm just thinking that's kind of I don't know how to describe
It's
that.
the people you see that are like, I don't, they'll joke about like the story not making sense in games. It's like it's because you didn't pay attention to any of it.
Unless it's Kingdom
That's why you
Hearts.
did not understand it. Yeah, unless it's Kingdom Hearts. In that case, they might be confused. They might pay attention to every cutscene. They just didn't play Union Cross.
Oh, okay. This is our favorite topic, Rob. But then there's also people that just refuse or don't want to understand subtext and claim that in Elden Ring, Ronnie is mistranslated, even though it's the same
that's
thing.
Just stupid. That's the DEI people. They're back. They're just like translations are bad and everything is bad, and games are bad now because of woke. And it's like, okay, dude. Okay,
Localization discourse is my least favorite thing. Like that's something that I just refuse to partake in because it's not only really stupid, but it's also one of those things where you have people that make thorough and strong arguments in favor of localizations, but they still refuse and double down on their positions. My least favorite example of that is the creator of Final Fantasy Tactics and Vagrant Story. He was in favor of localizations, and he gave this spiel about why they're good, why they have to be different, and what can happen. Like, because he even said that he was disappointed with the initial translation of Final Fantasy Tactics, and then he went over why that was, and it was for reasons that made sense. God, the inverse controls are really throwing me off. But with Vagrant Story, he said, well, for that game, we had someone who was not only very proficient in English, but also pitched to me the idea to have the English dialogue be spoken as if it was Shakespearean, and I approved of that idea. And you still had chuds in the comments saying, oh no, Matsuno, you're wrong, actually. This isn't... it needs to be exactly like how you wrote it. Everything how you said it. And I'm just thinking, bro, you don't know what you want. You don't know what you're asking for.
Really don't want that.
The thing
That's
is,
not Bible players, bro. They love asking for the boiling hot water on the stove. That's
So remember the thread on Twitter about the guy who's like, yeah, like I did the English translation for Xenogears, or I was one of the guys that worked on it.
yeah.
And he talks about how he was really uncomfortable with all the killing God talk, which at the time I agree. That's probably pretty fair for this random American dude whose job is to translate video games to be like, I don't like us writing about killing God. That's my religion, mostly.
Yeah.
no.
Because keep this in mind too, is that was the late 90s.
That was the thing that you did not do. Also,
yeah.
At the time. Like,
and I was gonna say in the late
American
90s,
the game got translated.
There was also a big controversy with Pokemon being satanic. And that is kind of significant, because a surprising amount of parents believed that and were in favor of that, and just made a big stink about Pokemon being sold and whatnot.
But anyway, naturally there were people in the comment section of that post where they were like, oh, translators have always been bad. And it's like, no, that is not it.
Yeah.
Also, the story kind of goes on to him. I'm pretty sure he loses that feeling. Like it sounded like he stopped feeling that way once he understood what the game was actually about. When it stopped being a text translation.
Yeah,
Started getting into what it actually was.
That's another thing too. Why I think some translations, sometimes do miss the mark of the intent because they weren't made clear on that intent, and that comes from the lack of communication from the developers themselves. So it is their fault too, and not just the localizers.
Also, to be fair, and for the record, this guy's initial wants that he felt as a God-fearing American in the late 90s to remove the talk of killing God from Xenogears did not happen. they do a lot of that. They do it very early into the game, which is where the ESRB will see it.
One thing that he did manage to get them to change was that So the character that we're talking about in Xenogears, it's a machine called Deus, and originally its name was going to be Yahweh, which is, I believe it's the name of the Abrahamic depiction of God. And that translator was like, okay, I'm actually putting my foot down. You literally cannot do this. You cannot say this in your game. This is very bad. And because he was trying to communicate with them in Japanese, but because he wasn't the most proficient in Japanese, he actually he was saying like, this is very bad. So bad is yabe in Japanese, but the way he wrote it made the developers think that he was calling Yahweh Yabe, and they were like, you know what? That's actually kind of funny. Maybe we should change the name to that. So, in a strange twist of fate, that miscommunication ended up being something that was, I don't know, kind of good.
See, that's the thing, is that's also like inconsequential. Like some random, when I say chud this time, I fucking mean it. Some random chud will be like, they changed it, it's bad, and it's like, no, it's fine, it's literally fucking whatever. You know, if Persona 5 came out in America and they called on Jennifer, I would be like, who fucking cares? You know?
You'd be surprised because
I know, a lot of people would care, and I might be like, well, On was a better name, I agree, you know, but ultimately it's not a huge problem, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In that game, it would be weird because they don't shy away from it taking place in Japan. It would be a little strange. Actually, I don't know.
For On, it would actually make sense because she's American. Yeah.
That's right. But whatever.
It would just be weird because why is she called a different American name? But anyway.
Yeah, you get the point. I picked a bad example for that one. But
no, it still makes sense because there are people that will just say, oh, the game in English is so much worse because these characters aren't their original names. And I was gonna say, I'm surprised that I still see people complain about Xenoblade 2's localization, and for that game, for all I've seen, it's literally just the names of characters. And most notably, I see people upset that they called Pyra instead of her original name, Homura, which the meaning is actually a bit different, but it's inconsequential because the symbolism behind the name, the original name, is still told within the story and the character herself. You just have to use your brain and figure out, okay, this is the subtext that's actually made a bit more obvious in Japanese because the name indicates this. That's that's what I was gonna get into, Rob, because other people in the chat might not know the specific example with Ronnie from Elden Ring. Do you remember what
I do.
That
was just the Japanese one was just like more direct, and the English version was more vague, and so people just kind of mistook it as being completely different. And it's like, no, you just didn't look into it at all.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing people talking. So the thing is, you come onto Twitter, people are complaining about DEI like always. You know, Grums is there, all the hits, everyone's there. I don't remember if Grums is there. It doesn't matter.
Don't look up who Grums is if you don't know who that is. It's not worth it.
But you know, people are like, they've changed it. This localization so bad, the ending is different. It's like I look it up and I read the translated, like this is the supposed accurate translated version of this ending, and it is what I thought the ending was in English. Like I extrapolated all the same information, so I was a little annoyed because I read it and I was like, what changed?
Yeah, and you're actually smart because I was with that example, I like it a lot because it's
Ronnie's
God damn
language
it.
is more negative, it's more cold, it's more vague in the English version, and so people kind of translated it as a bad thing, and it's like, it's not a bad thing unless it is, but you kind of pick the ending, so it's implied that it's at least not a bad thing for you.
And then with
maybe for a couple people, but it doesn't seem bad at all.
Oh my god, why am I sucking this time? With localization discourse in general, people's arguments saying, oh, the English is just inherently worse than the Japanese. The thing is that because the languages are so different, with English, so in games, you're able to have a lot more text in text boxes with Japanese because they have an alphabet called kanji, which they're able to use to essentially mold a couple of words into one. But with English, we can't really do that. So what they have to do, or at least what they had to do back then when space was a lot more strict, was that they had to essentially write the Japanese text in a haiku and make it make sense. Like that's kind of like one way to think about it, where you would have to greatly shorten what is directly said, but still try and convey the meaning as best as you can. And that's exactly what it is with not just the Ronnie example, but with other games in general, is that the intent is still there. But you just have to use your brain and figure, okay, this is the subtext still has the meaning of the original text. And like you said, the Japanese translation, not just in Elden Ring, but in other games, is a lot more literal. So, all of this to say is, anyone who argues that English localization of Japanese games is worse is stupid, because their reading comprehension is not good. So they essentially need to be babied, and they need the obvious text to fully understand. I don't even really know if that's the case. Like, I don't know, man. I just give up on that. Oh god, it really is the inverted controls that's throwing me off on this. It's just because I know how you should play segments like this where you need to keep flying around in a circle, but it's so hard for me to do that because it's inverted, and it's hard for me to rewire my brain. Anyway, look at chats, because I see their messages, but I can't really look at them right now.
Of course. I hate grams. If I had $1 for every PS2 game with a final boss that gets a big gray flying thing, I'd have $2.
Actually 3, because Shadow the Hedgehog has one too.
I don't know what they love making these type of bosses. They're so ass. They're always terrible, man.
So far, I think this one's fine. It's just the inverted controls. That's
I don't know, I think like super fucking boring, but I had 3 attack.
Cairo said there was a kid at my school who was afraid of Pokemon cards because his parents told him
that is true. It depends how long the fight lasts.
When is the Sly Cooper stream?
What's this like? I've played all the games. I don't want to play them again.
Wow, you're a hater. I'm trying to hate.
Well, no, I like those games, but
so when are you playing Sly 4?
I don't think they're very replayable, if I'm being honest.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, sorry. You said that Cairo said something, but DJ and I were talking over it.
Cairo said there was a kid at my school who was afraid of Pokemon cards because his parents told him one time that there were demons in them.
Oh yeah.
So the propaganda worked. Good job, everybody.
They welcome the wrong person. They welcome the kid.
It worked on the kid. That'd be real funny if the parents were just fucking with him. They just scared their kid for no reason. In such cases. Now all the demons are in Pokemon Unite.
Now all the demons are in Pokemon Unite. Do you still play that game?
No, what if I can play Pokemon anyway? Oh wait, no, you mean Kirin?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
No, I don't really play it anymore.
I feel like we'd hear about it, we could say though.
That's true.
I haven't played it in 6 months, that's not right.
Yeah, I haven't really
6 months? That means that you... That's more recent than I think it should be.
Well, I'm assuming they hop on for new characters that they care about.
Oh shit, I didn't buy the green orb. Damn it. Okay,
Completely forgot what I was going to talk
I'll
about.
do that. That's fine, it'll come back to you.
Will it?
I hopped on for new characters and played a few games, then I just stopped. Imagine if, okay, maybe this isn't hard to imagine, because I think a lot of people do this. But for me, I think I would be kind of miserable if I hopped onto League every time a new champion came out. Because I would be like, okay, let me try out this new character. Oh, I hate how they play. But then I still play League of Legends because it gives people Stockholm Syndrome. For the record, I don't play League of Legends.
Oh, I was going to
League
say...
is fun, but like, damn, dude, League is like annoying fast. We're so good at the game, it's annoying.
I was going to talk about Hidetaka Miyazaki. Because I don't know how much English he knows, obviously. I have no idea.
Yeah,
And I looked it up
Miyazaki's
when
the creator of Dark Souls and Elden Ring.
Yeah, and Elden Ring, yes. But I don't know how much...
He, like,
I
committed
don't know
English.
how much English he knows, but he's got to be somewhere on some level, because half of these games that he's made in his life have English audio and no Japanese audio. So
Oh my god,
So-
really?
I
Something's
heard
going
that he himself voice directs the characters, because I think it was an
can
actor
believe that.
from Dark Souls 3 that said that in an interview, which means
No.
his English must be pretty
it's got to be
good.
at least like good enough to at least
Yeah.
understand what's happening. So like, because I mean that's the thing. It's like I could imagine like getting like direction for like a tone and stuff like that, but like I could not imagine having someone else basically just direct the audio for the only audio that will be, and just be like, sounds good to me.
Yeah, but for a lot
You
of
know,
other
it'd be
Japanese
insane.
games, when they're
Well,
localized
yeah, but you
in
make
English,
a Japanese version, so you just hand it to the Americans and let them do their thing. You know, that's not
yeah,
really a problem
that's
anymore.
exactly what it is.
But if I'm like, my game's going to be in a different language than the one that I speak, I better know it. Because I don't know if I trust myself to just have someone else be there to be like, yeah, it's good.
Uh-huh.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, and
That
that
would
is
drive me
quite
insane.
rare, where a Japanese game prioritizes the English language over the Japanese one. The
It
only
makes sense.
other,
He's building into that Western fantasy setting that he makes,
yeah,
except for, I don't know.
It
If,
probably just sounds cool to him too.
that is
maybe.
true, because a lot of it is a thing in Japan where English is cool. Like they
Thank
think it
Japan.
sounds cool. And it's funny because I see that as kind of the opposite of us, where a lot of
Westerners, we hear
Westerners,
Japanese, we're like, oh.
yeah, well, a lot of Westerners think Japanese is really cool, but it's the other way around over there. And also something else that
Every language that know your language is cool. It's different.
yeah, no, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So DJ, you think Spanish is lame, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
No, actually no. No, actually not. Actually not.
All right, well, you proved up the point
thought
wrong.
I have my answer ready. If you're gonna say English is cool, and say no, but no, Spanish is better. It's like way funnier.
The funniest language.
But I was gonna
I
say
like the funniest, but it's something.
another example of a Japanese game that actually was done in English first is Final Fantasy 16. And for that game, the director didn't actually voice direct them. It was the person that that localized it into English, but they just wanted to have all the voice recording done in English first. And that guy was on a podcast that I listened to from time to time. And he said that that game had a very interesting writing process because the script was written in Japanese first, but because they always had the plan to voice record and direct in English first, the script needed to be rewritten in English And then when they were doing the Japanese voices, it was actually rewritten again to accommodate for the changes made in the English version. Because the Japanese were essentially dubbing over the English dialogue since that was recorded first. And I just think that's really weird, but I also I think that's interesting that they were so committed to that they were really willing to make that much more work for them.
What do you think, Kieran?
Okay.
Also, DJ, I will agree with you
was
that this
Froggy.
boss sucks, but only because he has too much health. I think if this fight was shorter,
It's annoying, bro.
if this fight was shorter, it wouldn't be that bad. But why
kinda
do they
like
have to
that.
make it take so long?
Yeah, like a billion. I don't even know why they even made this fucking gameplay style. For what fucking purpose? This last boss,
Well,
bro.
I said this at the start, well, I in the last stream, because Kamiya is just such a big fan of Space Invaders, and this was his game. He was like, you know what, I love this game
Space
so
Harrier.
much, I'm gonna...
Why didn't you make the
Sorry,
final
Space
boss
Harrier.
though?
Yeah,
make it
I
anthem like this. You fucking idiot.
I don't know. That's the part I'm not gonna defend.
I actually like brainless Moron, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, since
That was
Rob is here, I don't know if you saw this in the server that was posted like a week or so ago, but there was a post I found where it was someone playing Resident Evil 2, I assume for the first time, and they were like, Kamiya designs games like he hates you.
Oh, I
And
did see that.
So, to explain to those, Resident Evil 2, you're ranked just like you are in this game. And I forgot what exactly the player was punished for. I think it was for using too many healing items? Something like
I think it's for
that?
saves. It's for saving.
Oh, they used too many saves. That's what it was. That's right.
For saving.
I do think that is really funny because it honestly it's kind of inconsequential to the game itself. It just, if a player is very prideful, then yeah, it hurts their pride. But I also do kind of
Let the
respect
prideful
that.
defend the Kamiya's hands are cooked already. Like,
Yeah, I do respect that because Kamiya has a distinct style when he's directing a game. Like that's what auteurship actually is. And I don't know if this is the case. I assume it is. Some people assume when someone is an auteur, it's like, oh, they make really great stuff. What an auteur actually means is that they have a distinct style that you can distinguish from how other things in the medium are made. Like, shit, I was about to... Like, people would say that... I'm trying to think of in terms of films. Like, Wes Anderson has a distinct style because the way he utilizes shots is very him and not used like how other directors do. And with games, that's also the case. And we've talked about it throughout this entire game that Kamiya's style is very arcade-centric, where he wants the player to struggle, try again, and learn the patterns of the levels and the bosses so that they can feel proud when they finally beat it. I mean, your results may vary on that, because like DJ has talked about before, he got frustrated with how this game works without save states, and I think I would too. But that definitely is the intent. God damn it, why am I sucking so much? I should have save stated when that second phase happened.
Why aren't you good at this skill set you haven't developed?
Oh boy. But yeah, Hidetaka Miyazaki also... Actually, I'm not quite sure if his style would be considered auteur, because you're more of an expert on this than me, Rob. Is there a difference between Tanimura and Miyazaki when they're directing? Like, can you tell a difference?
I feel like Tanimura is more of a gameplay guy than anything, really. At least it feels that way. To be fair, we haven't gotten really like a full Tanimura project.
How would you describe Miyazaki's style of directing a game?
He really cares about the world and the history of it and what makes sense
going on?
and where. I feel like that's why Dark Souls 1 I feel like is kind of the way that it is, where everything's like super interconnected and placed very deliberately, and there's always like views of each other and everything. Because even in Dark Souls 3, even though that game is less interconnected and open, like Dark Souls 1 is, you can still, everything is very deliberately placed. You can still see everything in the distance. The world is very
again. God damn it.
I don't know how to really describe it, like a scale of it, like everything is where it should be, and he's like very on top of that. It's like he really cares about his little D&D world that he made.
The little D&D world.
No detail goes in the wrong place.
I get it.
When it does on occasion, but
I think part of my point is, from what I've seen and have been described of Dark Souls 2, Tanimura doesn't seem to have as distinct of a style, if any, that...
To be fair, Tanimura was like on a rescue project.
Yeah.
Like, so we can only know so much, but I feel like he's the gameplay guy in my head anyway. Maybe he's both. The thing is, we don't really know. I don't think exactly what all he's done.
Yeah, because he hasn't solo directed the project yet. I don't think.
No.
Because that's when.
Not fully, anyway.
That's when theoretically his style could shine. But what makes Kamiya...
I'd love to see him do it. I want to see it.
Maybe the next main Souls game, because it does kind of seem like Elden Ring was Miyazaki's last as a director.
I don't know, Brezov fucking cracked it. We'll see.
But yeah, the reason Kamiya's an auteur is because he has a very distinct way of just designing all of his games, and DJ has the most experience with his games. And from what I've been told, a lot of stuff that is in this game, like design-wise, are in his other games. Like, right immediately after a cutscene, you get jumped by an enemy. Apparently, that's in almost all of his games. And according to another friend of ours named Kanan, apparently there's a Space Harrier section in almost all of his games as well.
We need to stop this, man.
He just can't get enough.
He can, like, all of us have enough.
DJ, can you add Space Harrier to Rave Manor?
No, bro, I'm not Space Harrier. That shit.
Really quick Space Harrier sections for loading screens.
Space Harrier. Yeah.
I hate it.
I did play it actually because it's one of the arcade games that you can play in Yakuza 0, and I thought it was fine. It was good, and especially for a game that was made in like 1984, I think it feels really good. So I mean, I can see why Kamiya would take influence from that game a lot. Like that game, I think, is the reason Kamiya wanted to be a game director in the first place. He was like, damn, this shit baller. I love going to arcades, and I love spending all my quarters on Space Harrier.
Hello, Space Harrier. Fucking Kamiya, nobody else.
I'm trying to think of other game directors that I would call an auteur that have a very distinct style. Can't quite think of it right now. I'm sure someone else in chat.
Scott Cawthon.
Scott Cawthon. I mean, I don't know much about him, but I suppose that's true because even visually, you can tell when something is a Scott Cawthon game.
They have to say, like, I can, like, instantly gonna Skull Gotham game, like, bro style like crazy, like weird.
Yeah. In terms of, well, actually, I don't know if you would know because I don't know if you've played his other games, but I wonder.
I watched Super, and I played the Deathly Hope, is the best one he made by far.
Because I wonder if there's game design trends that Scott Cawthon does, like how Kamiya does.
Game in his car in one day.
Yeah, he works in weird places, fucking psycho, like, I don't know. I don't think there's anything too specific, like he's like, oh yeah, that's Scott Cawthon, right?
The only thing that was like Scott Cawthon was like his style, and his style
like
of game was
works.
unique, but it wasn't actually unique, really. It was just kind of like,
Yeah.
That's just like
how
amazing.
that, yeah, I don't know. It's like he made one game, and then he made that same game 6 different ways. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's
That, I don't know if I would call that, well, I guess you still can because of
I
the
wouldn't, because when he makes a game that doesn't play like that, it doesn't look like that.
my point is that the actual definition of the term, it I think it does still kind of count because you can still tell when it's a Scott Cawthon
Well, you can't tell
game.
anymore.
Yeah, because he's made them.
Yeah, does
Well,
he
not
still?
because he doesn't make them, but because other people could make a FNAF game.
No,
that
he's not
looks the
making
same.
games anymore.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He stopped after FNAF World.
But you have 12-year-olds who could like
No,
perfectly
he's
mimic
not
his
the-
style. So I don't know.
You
if
know
it's,
how
like,
different things.
the craziest thing in the world.
Oh wait, he did up to 6?
No.
Oh yeah, it's a location, and then no, it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, then FNAF World, then
Then he said, I'm
Gold
sorry,
Fifth
I'm
Lo-
sorry.
Oh. Okay.
No, there was 5th location, and then there was my 6th, and then it was how that went.
Because I thought that the last FNAF game he did was 4. Because huh? What the heck?
You did it.
What? Am I still connected? Can you guys hear me?
I can, like, I think the stream like died.
Let me go to the stream.
No, I can see it.
What?
No, it's just the game crashed. Like,
What?
Thank you, Kamiya. Love you, man.
No, that's the emulator.
Thank you,
That's awesome.
Kamiya. You're
That's
so cool, Kamiya.
awesome.
Wait, hold on. It's not letting me quit out of it.
PCS2
Oh
crash.
my god. It had to have. Okay. All right.
That's
Task
insane.
manager.
No, Scott didn't work on Hell 1 and that game before Security Breach.
Why did this have to happen? PCSX2 never crashed before now. Everything was fine. Oh god, now I have to find it in my... There it is. End task. There we go. Oh. That's so
Seriously,
odd that
I
it
love Kamiya.
it wouldn't even let me close the program. I had to go in Task Manager.
That happens sometimes.
Okay. Wait. Okay, there we go. Let me pause. Hold on, because I have to go back to full screen. There we go.
God, this was so fucking trash.
All right, we're back. Yeah, I am with you, DJ. It's just it's because it's so long. They did not need to give this guy this
It's
much
like
help.
fucking ass. Just say that. It's fucking terrible. It's so bad.
Well, I'm
Come
fine.
here,
I'm
man.
fine with this. With this part, I think it's fine. I think it's an interesting change of pace, even though I kind of wish there was a segment in the game like this earlier.
What? Like, it's really like a bad change of pace. Do not change the pace of the game at the fucking end, bro.
Yeah, that's why I said I wish that there was
There's
a...
less than 30 minutes left of this game. Don't fucking do this.
Yeah, that's why I said I wish there was a part that was like this earlier in the game. because then the player could.
If he wanted a gimmick boss, it makes one of the other ones. Make Nightmare into this, so we have to fucking spare had to fight Nightmare.
Yeah, I do agree with you there. All I'm saying is that I think the raw design and mechanics of this, I think, is fine. But I don't think they should have given this boss this much health, and I don't think this should have been right at the end. I do agree with you there. I think it would have been...
It's like a bad, like, boss of this type too. That actually like ball and like undodgeable and then like just terrible.
Yeah, so note to all aspiring game designers, which are us. Well, actually, I can brag about this now. We're not aspiring game designers anymore. We are game designers now.
Yeah, you still are, bro. You haven't released a real game so far. Calm down.
We published a game, and the school even
that
says...
doesn't count. You can't upload anything to it. It doesn't count. We have a real game.
Okay, well, you need to yell at the people at my school then, because they said that it's good for your portfolio because you can say you released a published game.
Oh, that's it's like a real game, you know?
But
this game isn't getting posted in the /indie game dev. Like, come on.
Yeah.
We did design a game, though, even if it is just on itch.
Yeah, but it's not made
we
fully
made
yet. Yeah, but it's not made fully yet.
Yeah, but we made something. It's a prototype.
I think the game needs stupid skins.
Why are you trying to discredit us? I'm including you too. I'm saying we are game designers now because we technically are.
You need a battle pass, and there needs to be skins for Waxor. Like, he needs to be green Zor.
Oh,
yes.
I can talk about this now. So last Sunday,
Yeah.
the expo for the Game Jam was hosted. And that was where everyone's games were out on the show floor, available for everyone to pick up and play. So the event started at 12 my time. It was supposed to, and me and the other project leads were setting up our stuff, and right at 12:10, when people were starting to show up, there was a power outage because we were using too much power for the school. So
you couldn't do like 7 PCs at most, bro.
Yeah, but what surprised me is that I'm a little shocked that they didn't think to get something or like some kind of generator or something in case that would have happened. So we had to wait.
Like, how the fuck did that happen? It's a whole school and 7 PCs crashed it?
Yeah, I know. That
there was no way you're gonna like anticipate for that, but that's fucking insane.
Well, I would say just in case, because you never know if something can go wrong, will go wrong. At least that's my mentality.
Okay, but that's crazy.
That's my mentality when thinking about something. But yeah, basically we had to wait like 15 minutes for them to get something. I wasn't even really fully aware of what they did, but it was fixed, and things were there. Everything worked out. But there was a lot of interesting people that were at the Game Jam. I kind of didn't expect to see that many people that weren't students at the school there, but a lot of people brought their parents, which surprised me a little bit because I wouldn't think that a whole lot of parents would care about something like that. Even
What do you mean?
well, actually, I was about to say, funnily enough, DJ, 2 of our teammates told me that their parents flat out told them that they didn't care about.
See, that's the outlier. That's crazy. Who the fuck says that to a kid? You fucking dipshit. What?
Well, okay, it wasn't that harsh, but the way that they described it was like they would only go there just for our game, which to me is the same
no,
thing.
That's fine. No, that part's fine. That's normal.
Well, I don't know. So that was kind of what I was getting at as well. Is that the
Okay, no, if it's like, oh, I'm going for like your game, that's fine. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
That go for it. Like,
but that's also why I was kind of surprised that. Well, the part that surprised me was the parents of the kids tried out everyone else's games, and the one that warmed my heart the most was one of the other project leads. At least I think it was her grandparents. I think she brought her grandparents, and they were trying out my game, and I wasn't immediately at my stand, but I saw that, and then I went over there, and she was telling them how to play the game, and I was like, oh, that's that I love that. That's cute. that was adorable. And there's this other one where it was another old lady, and I had to essentially show her how to play a game with a keyboard and mouse, because she expected to move with the arrow keys, and I had to tell her and show her how to move with WASD, because that was a completely foreign concept to her, which, I mean, it's fine. I just thought it was interesting that her first reaction was to move with the arrow keys. And it made me realize, wow, we've just grown so accustomed to WASD being the norm that we forget that sometimes for people that really just haven't played games, I can understand where she was coming from, because the directional arrows are
she's
the
just
arrow
an old
keys.
school gamer, and she, you know, the arrow keys did used to be the norm at one point in time. That people were like, wait a minute, that's really fucking annoying.
I mean, maybe, cause okay, this is
probably not. But
no, that's not true. The first game they used in 1982, bro. Like the arrow keys were never used.
a lot of games do use arrow keys. Not all of them though.
I feel like flash games that you play co-op use the arrow keys.
No, I've seen old PC games use arrow keys. It depends on the game though.
yeah. Rob is right, because I also remember that. That's why
I'm sure a game did use less though. Like I don't know what game it would be.
when I played
I'm sure that-
Minecraft for the first time in high school, that was actually the first game that I tried to use keyboard and mouse on, because I've always been a console player. I've always just been shut up. You were too. You grew up with a PS2. I don't want to hear it. Anyway.
And then I play FNAF 4 and I'm like, damn, this is the future.
Dude, you are not that young.
What do you mean?
You're okay. You had your PS2 and grew up with that when you were like 5, which was like 2007. FNAF 4 came out in like 2018. You were like 15.
Oh.
Well, when did it come out? Look it up right now. When did FNAF 4 come out?
Actually, it's 2015.
15?
I was
Okay.
13.
Well,
Oh, damn the little baby.
I wouldn't say you were a baby, but you were still in formative years. You weren't a
It's just the
baby
same
though.
as a baby.
To me, baby is like
Okay.
when you're 10 and below.
Oh, that's ages. I gotta do it.
Yeah, ages to all the 8-year-olds watching my stream. Oh shit, I completely lost my train of thought. No, I'm back on it now. I remember
8-year-old watching the stream. That's crazy.
going back to
Yo.
seeing people who haven't played games, or at least not played games in a long time, try to play games. I remember one time I went to my uncle's house for either Thanksgiving or Christmas, and he has an Xbox. And he had Ori and the Blind Forest as one of the games on the system. And that's how I played that game. But I remember my mom wanted to try and play it. And it was so funny. the way she held the controller and the way she was moving the control stick, she was gripping it like an arcade joystick. Like she had her fingertips on the edge of the top of the control stick, like a joystick. And I'm thinking, wow, she really hasn't played any games since like 1982. I've never seen someone try to hold and move a controller like that. I thought it was really funny and kind of cute.
No clue what brought this on, but yes, we should bring back MySpace.
Wait, what was that?
Somebody in chat was like, we should bring back MySpace. I don't know why they said that, but yes, we should bring back MySpace. It's way cooler. It's way cooler than whatever we have now.
Yeah, bring back MySpace instead of Facebook.
Dude, Facebook is actually the most biggest piece of shit software ever. Have
Yeah.
you seen it recently?
Oh.
They actually like murdered it. Like it's unusable.
What happened?
It's so bad.
Because I don't use Facebook at
Everything.
all.
Anything you remember about Facebook isn't a thing anymore, and they just made it worse. It's actually just so insane how bad
Oh,
it is.
that's hard for me because I don't even know what Facebook had. Like I've literally never touched Facebook.
DJ's like, you can't play like farming game.
That is true also. I think you can still play games, but it's not that good. They're just, oh yeah, fuck
Oh, that's one thing actually. I remember when Plants vs Zombies came out, I was really obsessed with it. And then later I learned that there was another game that was on Facebook games. And I learned, oh, I have heard of Facebook, but I didn't know they have games on there. I should try that out. That was the closest I got to making a Facebook account, but I don't remember why I didn't. I ended up just giving up and not doing it.
Hey, calm the fuck down. Calm the fuck down.
Sucks that I got 0 good
PvZ2,
sequels.
PvZ2 can be good, and Garden Warfare is like the best fucking FPS ever.
With PvZ2, I also played that and liked it when
That game's
it
flawless,
came
it's a
out.
monetization. That's like literally
Yeah,
it. Otherwise, it's like
that's
pretty
what I was
banging.
gonna get at. It's all EA's fault that game has the
Hey.
big issues that it does.
What are your thoughts on PvZ? No, hold on Garden Warfare 2, huh? Say it right now. I was gonna lynch you. You gotta be careful. Careful your words now. You got it now.
I'll wait in silence so they can answer.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the answer. I need to know if they got it Warfare 2 and what they think of it. Very important. And your thoughts. Let's hear your thoughts in chat. Let's see how it is.
But yeah, anyway, take me back. We used to be a country. Fuck Facebook. We're going to MySpace.
No, PvZ2 is alright, bro. You know the mod heaven, the mod is so good.
I am still curious though. I want you to go further into that. Like, what did they ruin about Facebook? 'Cause I know you said everything, but I'm just curious.
It just bugs as hell. It doesn't fucking work half the time. It just lies and AI, like up the ass. It works super slowly. It looks like down to the fucked up AI. I mean, oh my god.
Interesting.
It's actually just so unusable. It's fucking crazy.
That kind of sounds like the Twitter transformation, except even worse somehow.
At least Twitter is still like the same for the most part.
Well, I think Rob would argue against that, but
Yeah.
yeah,
They didn't like change the UI or anything. It still looks the same and everything. But
yeah, they just added features that don't need to exist, and sometimes the
fucking
website,
grok.
the algorithm just breaks when it used to not break as badly.
why is Blue Sky's algorithm low-key like trash? Like, what the fuck is wrong with it?
Why is Blue Sky in general trash? I'm gonna
What
say
happens- It's just the algorithm. It's just fucking terrible. It never gives me anything I want to see it. I don't get it.
For me, Blue Sky in general, at first I was having a good experience on there, But then I realized, oh my god, this site is just a cesspool for people who think they're nice, but they're actually some of the meanest people I've ever seen. Like, I don't quite know how to describe it, but
Ain't number everybody.
I don't know. It's a complicated topic that I would need to find specific words to describe.
I got an answer to the Garden Warfare thing. Only one that plays the OG, apparently all the just unnecessary shit. No, Garden Warfare 2 is literally the first one, but better. In every way. Like, actually. Like, at least few is just better.
Okay, finally I beat that.
Name reveal is not. Name reveal is when it gets weird. But the Garden Warfare 2 just has more content and it just feels better.
Okay, yeah. Expected to phase 2. Hopefully it's not as bad as
DMT,
phase 1.
Like, this is so fucking boring. My god, fuck this balls. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
So fuck this. What the
Oh.
Oh, dude, I low-key forgot there's a fucking section of this fight. I don't even remember it.
Oh, I
This
see.
guy's a fun, the FM14 community also website. My ass is too woke for Twitter, but not woke enough for Blue Sky. What do I do? You get on Discord.
Oh yeah, that's a good analogy actually.
I just wish Blue Sky's algorithm like worked. That's all I need. that's all I fucking need. It doesn't work.
Okay, I
Just
do
use
have a
fucking
yellow
trash
orb,
and
thank God.
nothing incredible. I like try to like train it, but it just doesn't fucking learn.
I think it's mostly just like feeds and just people you follow.
The feeds thing is like kind of fucking weird. I'm like super like a.
I think the reason that it's like that though is because Twitter's algorithm is like so shit and just keeps showing you shit that you don't care about. Some people do get stuff they care about. Like I kind of get stuff I care about usually. But now I get stuff.
Like things I care about for the most part.
So now the Twitter
Like,
algorithm gives me stuff I care about, and like then endless streams of politics, and it's like I don't actually want to hear about that on Twitter. Actually,
Well, that happened like the same Blue Sky, but like worse. It's like
yeah, so Blue Sky's pretty
I
bad
don't want
about
to. Like I don't want to see that, and they're like, "Oh, we will."
it.
Okay.
But like I don't know. When Blue Sky came around, Twitter was having a problem with like people being like, "Oh, cool." I scrolled down and there's a video of a puppy getting blended. That's so nice.
What the fuck did you steal for HP? Oh, you bitch. Some of the things people recommend over Discord are so fucking insane though. I don't know if it's some of these.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I still can't think to properly articulate my problems with Blue Sky, but I will say this to at least be kind of poignant is that on God, and I'm being genuinely serious when I say this, I ended up being more miserable on Blue Sky than I was on Twitter.
Well, that makes Blue Sky much seriously than there.
I think that social media,
Sucks big. You're right.
Xbox Live,
Xbox Fight was low-key better.
wait, hold on. Onto something. Okay, no, I think that. Well, I'm thinking about this from like a furry artist perspective, right?
Oh God, of course.
Well, my point is that people should be posting their stuff on every website that they can. If you have something to sell. If you're looking for social media to use, still should do whatever you want, I guess. You know, that's how that works. You know, get on Instagram, Reels.
Yeah, I know people say social media is evil, and I'm not denying that it is, but it's also well, yeah, but it's also the thing that can bring people together, because it is harder to just meet people nowadays because there's less and less, as they're called, third places to meet people. So you have to do it online, and really social media is kind of the only way to do that.
I think social media itself is like a good thing. The problem is just like there's a lot of bad actors, and some of
Yeah.
those bad actors are in charge. You know, so it's very unfortunate. You just kind of have to like not let stuff get to you at a certain point. It's just like I'll just accept that Twitter is a fucking horrible website ran by a stupid dipshit. You know, and that it will never be better, ever.
Yeah.
We added a gallery feature. Elon has done one good thing. That was the only thing that he did that was good. And Blue Sky didn't copy it for some fucking reason. To be fair, I doubt he actually had any say in doing it. I'm pretty sure it was just in the pipeline already, because it was very shortly
I
after
feel like
he got on board. Anyway, it's a terrible website. It's also a bad place for posting art. If you host or it's a little bit better now, but I still wouldn't do it. I mean, you can do it, you
So
should
what
do it,
do I
but you should
do to
put it somewhere else
hit
also.
him?
Please God, put it somewhere else also. I miss Miiverse. That's so true.
Yeah, Miiverse, yeah. Get it?
Miiverse is like Korra for small children.
Oh my god.
Like smaller than the children that are on Korra. It's smaller than the adults pretending to be children on Korra. Korra's funny now. It's actually just rage bait. I don't think people actually use the website anymore.
I didn't realize it was still around.
I have an account because they make you make one to like look at anything for some reason. It's really annoying. But it's still on my email, so I still get email notifications sometimes to be like, check out this Korra question someone asked. And there's this one, I saw a tweet about it recently, and I literally saw that. I saw that in an email. And that was like, my son has 1,200,000 YouTube subscribers. How do I tell him that this is not a viable career path and delete the account without him hitting me?
How do I hit him?
It's like this isn't real. This didn't happen. There's no way you think like that.
DJ, how do I hit him?
I don't really, I just don't delete my social medias. I don't really see much of a point in doing it.
Yeah, I don't either, but that's because I am kind of a coward when it comes to that, where it's like, oh, I get cold feet when I think about permanently deleting something, because then I get paranoid and think, oh, what if I actually want to come back to it and engage with it after all.
I still hop on Blue Sky. You know, I've been like way off of both of them recently, like really.
Yeah.
But
and that's why I haven't actually deleted my Blue Sky account. I just haven't logged in.
yeah.
Oh my god.
I check on it every once in a while, like,
What is the sound design? That's so funny.
but not very often at all. Atheists, imagine you're going. Okay, sorry. Atheists, imagine you're going skydiving with a Christian baby. Suddenly, the baby tells you he won't open his parachute until you renounce atheism and accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior. What do? Some guy on Quora. That's true. That's real. That's what they would say. They would be like, atheists, can you tell me what you do in this situation?
Why would the
I'm
atheist
13.
specifically
I'm
know?
12. I'm 11 years old. I'm 11 months old. Help. My mom's going to ban me from eating unless you answer this question. She hates me.
You know the blinding
I'm
stew?
1 month old, please help. Yeah, 1 month old blinding stew.
I feel that's something that feels like it would have come from Korra.
That would be funny. How should I punish my child? I need them to understand that they're spending too much time on Roblox. They'll be like, they can't play Roblox if they can't see it.
I was
Blind
talking
them for
to
a
a
week.
friend of mine, and she brought up the blinding stew, and I was like, oh, haven't heard that in a bit. I'm surprised and glad that you know it. DJ, how do I hit him? 'Cause
Yeah, we're going.
I haven't been able to figure that out.
There we go.
Sean, I have really bad news actually. I got Warframe installed on my phone.
Wait, it's on the phone? I feel like you told me that, but I forgot.
It just came to Android like recently.
Does you have a gun? And you have double trigger and gun him down.
Okay. I thought I did that, but it didn't do anything. But
if you're about to say not iOS, it's been on iOS for longer.
I didn't even know it was on the phone to begin with.
Yeah.
How does that work?
I don't know. It kind of feels like shit, honestly. I played the tutorial.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
But I don't need the game to control good for me to crack relics at work. I just do it to... As long as I can like run in a straight line and jump, I'm kind of good for that. I'm not gonna like actually seriously play Warframe on my phone. That sounds horrific. That sounds so terrible. But I can crack relics. For sure.
Oh yeah, Rob, you should bring up what we were talking about before the stream, how no one should play Warframe ever. Giving Warframe to your child is capital punishment.
Oh, well, no, your child should play Warframe because they're unemployed.
Yeah, playing Rob's saying that if you play
only
Warframe,
people who are not, if you do not have a job, if you are not in college, which is functionally a job at times for some people, you should play Warframe.
If you play Warframe, you are unemployed, even though Rob has a job.
I have a job now, but I already did all the work, right? You know, I'm caught up. I'm like super caught up.
Yeah, it's also kind of funny because...
Think about how much harder it would be for my account to get where it was if I had a job before.
Because one of my friends recently told me that their friends got them into Warframe, and I didn't say it, but I am questioning because they seemingly have an incredibly busy schedule, and I'm just thinking, do you have time to play that game?
Okay, I will say this. Warframe can be really time consuming, but it's also like, you're good to play at your own pace. I think you really are. Like, I joke a lot. It's mostly because there is a lot of stuff to do. Like, God forbid, maybe they won't catch up anytime soon. But at the same time, the quests in Warframe are short. So like when it comes to catching up with the story, at a certain point you just snowball it. And before that, it's like, well, they're releasing the story at such a glacial pace that it's
this
like,
is how I do it. Okay,
you can make progress. You know, it's okay. Play Warframe at your own pace. Don't get burnt out and have fun. I'm going to go play.
Okay, now
Animal
I figured out
Crossing
how
on
to
my
attack
Nintendo 3DS. Warframe is awesome for all one viewer.
What makes it so good?
It is fun. It has good movement, and I think making a build that works good in it feels very satisfying. I like killing a bunch of things.
That's important. Good movement. Good movement is actually the first thing.
Huge. Warframe used to not have that.
Good movement is the first thing that I check a game for, because I don't know, I derive a lot of enjoyment when it comes to
Bad movement just kind of kills the game.
Yeah. Although sometimes, well,
it depends on when I say bad movement, it depends on what I mean. Because like obviously I play Dark Souls, and some people are like, well, that doesn't fucking feel good. You know, it's like it's clunky. It's
yeah,
like that,
I don't think Dark Souls has bad movement. It's just
it's not really the same.
It's unconventional, and it takes a bit to get used to. I remember when I first played, I was like, oh, that's weird. Your attack is the shoulder button, because I wasn't accustomed to that sort of thing at all. But I eventually got used to it, and same with the movement as well. But in a game like the old Resident Evils, where people can argue that it has bad movement, I would say the game is designed around how you control in that game. And I think that's where the difference comes from, is that if you have to have tank controls, at least design the game in a way that when you die, it's not so much of the fault of the controls. You remember when I played this game, Rob, but Mach X, that game has, I wouldn't say bad controls, although they're a little unconventional because it's a first-person game, but the Dreamcast didn't have a second control stick. So the way you turn around is you have to pull back on the control stick and then turn around on your turnaround direction from there, which sounds a bit weird and kind of bad, but it's fine once you get used to it. And it is still a little jank at times, but the game does accommodate for that, because when you're fighting multiple groups of enemies, you do have a lock-on, and you don't need to worry about repositioning and moving around because you move around the other enemies. But when you're fighting other enemies, there's these little arrows that show up on either the left side or your right side of your reticle to show you that, oh, there's an enemy here. You might want to get ready to reposition yourself, which is an instant, and I don't mind it because the game does give you a warning for what you should do. So there are some instances where quote-unquote bad controls or bad movement can work so long as the game accommodates for that, you know.
There's a bit of fun to be had in the clunkiness, I think.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a game that, oh, never mind, I have one. But I was gonna say a game where the controls just it just feels bad and just makes the game not fun to play, or just maybe not fun to play, but it definitely hampers the experience. You're saying Kingsfield?
Kingsfield's fun, and it's just like a little clunky, and it's like it's old school, and it feels like, you know, I don't want to say that. I was about to say it's so retro. I don't want to say that. Those words don't exit my mouth ever. But I don't know. And cause when I play an older game that's clunky, or is like a little jank like that, I don't take issue with it. I just kind of deal with it as long as the game actually works. I was like, this is how the game is, and you just get used to its systems, and I enjoy it. I think Kingsfield is good.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the mentality people should go into when it comes to trying out old games, is that there are a number of them that have systems and controls and design that isn't customary to how games are designed now. But if you give it the time, if you give yourself the time to learn the systems, get used to them, and just play by the rules that the game tries to teach you, try to establish you, then they're not that bad. There are
something at the waste the chair challenge.
It's because I think that I can jump onto a platform that's right next to him, but I don't, and I fall off. It's the perspective.
Why do you activate it before? And activate it when you're on the platform already.
That's true.
I feel like it takes time. It's instant. Also, there's no shot when I play a game like Pony Factory, bro.
Wait, like what? Pony Factory? I don't know that game.
Yeah, it was a horror game.
Oh no, I'm not adverse to horror games. I never said that.
Yeah, but you'll never find them. You know, like it's not gonna happen. It's like a random indie horror game.
Oh.
It's like outside of your field of view.
Okay, interesting.
But if someone made a game that played exactly like Kingsfield 1, there's a good chance I would be like, why'd you do that?
Yeah, Bonegrown. I'm kidding.
No, not like you can turn faster and run good. And do things. But like, it would be quirky. I don't want to say that that would be a bad game, like for certain or anything like that. But I'm saying like if you made it, basically it's like Kingsfield 1 down to a T. It's like you didn't even take anything from Kingsfield 2. Like they iterated on this stuff for a reason.
Yeah. Oh, there's a game that came out recently, and I've seen some hubbub about. I forget what it's called, but it's quote unquote inspired by Parasite Eve. But when you look at it, it's the same game. They just made Parasite Eve.
Well, see, if I love Parasite Eve and think nothing's wrong with it, that would be okay. Maybe, well, maybe bad still, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
My point is that if you make a modern game and it plays like this old clunky shitty game,
Yeah,
that's
that's
think is really fun and good. It's just like, well, okay, what happened? Because they had reasons. There's reason.
That's what I'm talking about is that this is an indie game that was made in current year, but they made it control like Parasite Eve, which it might be a bit different from what you're talking about because, you know, they were definitely inspired by that game and wanted to be that game. But it's also, I was reminded of that because when you said that they iterated on this stuff for a reason, that's also another reason why I'm a little bothered by when indie games don't try to go beyond their inspiration, because that stifles creativity that they probably have, but limited themselves because they wanted to try and make their own version of this game. Oh yeah, right. A game that actively frustrated me because of the controls. Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. Don't play that game with a GameCube controller. That shit's ass.
False. It's okay.
Well, you know what? We can never agree on everything.
You're so right. I played it with the GameCube controller, and I was like, this game.
You have the
awesome.
bongos, though.
I do, but last time I played it with a controller. Well, I don't know if I have the bongos anymore because of the whole my dad's place situation.
Right, because it was it's at another house that your dad owns, right?
Yes.
And he doesn't keep it locked, right?
Oh, he did keep it locked. I'm pretty sure they did not care. Supposedly things have been stolen from the house. What is it? I don't know. Why did my dad never pack up random things from the house that were worth any amount of money? I don't know. That's a my dad problem. But it's fine. I'm not peeved about it. Not too bad. Partially because I don't even know what all was down there. If I'm being completely honest, that weren't the DK bungos. I really don't. Honestly, I don't know. It's probably like some DS games and like some GameCube games. And my my second GameCube was down there because I had one for each house because there was a lot of knob-breaking stuff back and forth back in the day.
Nice.
That stopped, thankfully, because of money.
Let me play the game. You had like a way to carry it or something.
That's true.
Well,
Definitely doesn't have a handle.
Well, okay, naturally, when I stopped like hanging out with my dad, as I got older, I didn't think like, hey dad, I'm gonna take my GameCube from you because I have one at my mom's house that I've also always had for my entire life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
I never owned a GameCube, but I grew up with GameCube games, but I played them on the Wii because I had a backwards compatible Wii.
oh, that's something that's at that house is the Wii. I don't really have a reason to. I still don't really need a Wii. I have a Wii U if I needed to play.
Yeah,
a Wii
and you
game.
have Dolphin,
And I have a
so-
GameCube. I have a GameCube if I need to play a GameCube game. Also, I have Dolphin. I wanna get a Wii. Still.
I still have
I
mine.
have one. I don't know if I have one or not. Even if I did, I wouldn't be surprised if it's got like.
When it comes to game storage, I remember a long time ago, I think when I was in high school, when I finally made friends with people who played games, and I learned that a surprising amount of people don't preserve their stuff very well. And I'm not just talking about those people. I'm talking about when I was more on the internet and interacting with people. That's when I learned that, oh, apparently people are not very good at preserving their things for some reason. Like, I know the reason you hardly come across boxes of Super Nintendo or N64 games is because people would just throw them away. And I used to think that was so crazy because I kept my Game Boy Advance boxes. I still have them to this day because I don't know, it was the cover of the game. I wanted to keep it. It was a part of the game. I never thought about throwing it away.
Yeah. A lot of people would see that and just be like, this is just cardboard.
Yeah, no, that's kind of crazy to me.
I think
maybe
actually
it's just
the same.
cardboard. It's like oh you buy a Hot Wheels or whatever, and then you open and throw away the package. Like
Yeah. And it's sad too because
I'd probably be the same way though, but at the time I didn't really have that, like, you know, my mom or whoever would like not let me keep a piece of cardboard that says Pokemon Emerald on it.
What I think is sad too is that it was just the cardboard ones that people threw away. Because with PlayStation games they wouldn't, because you know they're not cardboard. So
they're plastic, and that's why you store the discs.
Yeah. So I do kind of wish that in an alternate universe we wouldn't use cardboard for those old game boxes, or people were just...
Did Sega Genesis games come in a fucking big ass like VHS
Yes, they
plastic
did.
case?
They
That's
did.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Who remembers VHS's children? It's
Okay,
me, the child people act like
that.
wouldn't know. I grew up in the early 2000s. I've seen a VHS player. I've used one. I
It's
used
funny
one until
because-
it broke. It got Shrek 2 stuck in it. It never worked ever again.
VHSs are more of a 90s thing mostly. We were the tail end of
I
that.
grew up on this shit. Uh-oh. Am I dying?
No, I hear you.
Uh-oh. I think it's me.
No, I hear you fine. Oh, you mean
That's
the
why-
stream and us.
Yeah.
Good angle.
Okay, almost
It
got
was
him.
really funny though, because you guys were like incomprehensibly robotic. I say I think it's me.
Oh.
And you go, no, it's okay. Like perfectly clear. Anyway, I don't know what that was about.
But yeah,
I'm always surprised when I see that there are movies of 2005 on VHS. But we seem like Blu-rays, don't we?
something I was gonna say about like our childhood physical game preservation is that I do feel kind of proud that I'm apparently an outlier where I actually kept my cardboard box covers for the one system I had that did have cardboard covers, which was the Game Boy Advance. So I have the right to shame others for not doing the same. I was like, hey, 4-year-old me thought to do this, why didn't you?
Remind me to talk about my VHS player some more in just a second. But speaking of keeping your game safe, I remember going over to this guy's house in like elementary school. He was cool dude. I haven't talked to him in forever. Still a cool dude though. Last time I met him, we just don't hang out anymore. But I went over to his house, and this boy kept his his GameCube games on the floor, not in the case.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
There were Wii games covered in scratches because they'd been sitting on the carpet for a month.
I was
it's
appalled
like-
to learn how many people just terribly preserved their their old stuff.
My Sims Kingdom sitting on the carpet for 2 weeks straight.
Yeah, like not even just games, but other stuff in general. Like, I mean, I guess this was just how I was raised, but I would always put my toys back to where they were stored. I would never leave them lying around or on the floor. I actually knew a kid once that, for some reason, would keep his stuffed toys in the backyard, in like the garden, and they would be covered in soil and stuff. I'm like, why are you doing this?
That's funny. Oh, that's awesome. Anyway, my VHS player when I was a child. I think this is the same one that got Shrek 2 stuck in it eventually, maybe. So we kept it on top of the TV, our big like TV like display thingy. I'm at a loss for words on what that would be called right now. But like, you know, it holds the TV. It's got all kinds of shit. Anyway, there's a big upper section above the TV, and that's where the VHS player was. And I don't know why it was up there and not anywhere else, because what this VHS player did when it was done playing the movie, you know how the VHS player like slowly pushes the VHS out just a little bit so you can grab it? It would throw it into the floor. It would just completely eject it from the VHS player.
I've heard of that happening to some.
So it would launch it to the center of the room every single time that the movie was done if you weren't
That's
ready
funny.
for it. And that was my childhood. Those movies getting thrown across the living room by the VHS player. And then Shrek 2 got stuck in it. Sad times. I also watched Lion King 2 on DVD until the DVD player my dad had broke. Unrelated. And not as funny, but true. Tragedy. Truly what's wrong with me. What else? Sean, you have to kill his boss.
Yeah, I know. I'm close. That's why I save stated.
That's where the darkness began. That's actually true. I did the pipeline. I watched The Lion King obsessively as a child, and I read Warriors as a bigger child.
I forgot about that. You read Warriors. You're actually the only guy I've heard of who has read Warriors, because I have met
all your friends read Wings of Fire.
Yeah, well, GJ, but I have met a number of people at my school that have read Warriors.
Yes, the cats.
But you're the only guy I know that that seemingly has.
Cool book about cats. So child friendly, they die constantly.
Yeah, what was it about Warriors that
I don't really
attracted
know.
you?
I think it was just like cats. I was like, this seems cool. And then it kind of was cool. Are they making toys for Warriors now? That's awesome.
Wait, they didn't before? Warriors has been around
no.
for a long time.
Warriors has been around for a long time, and it's been merchandised horrifically badly.
It kind of
by that I
surprises
mean, like,
me,
not at all.
because I thought it was popular, because I do remember even in elementary school, a lot of the girls would be reading that and talking about it.
Yeah, I think Warriors does pretty good for itself. It's just they never have had much of anything, really, like at all. It's kind of sad. I saw recently, or at least I heard recently, that there was they were going to make some actual animation. I think I talked to you about that.
Yeah, a Warrior show.
I think that's a good. I think it's a good fit. I think
yeah,
do a good job.
I think I told you about that because I had heard that while I was in one of my classes, and on paper, a Warriors animation, like movie or show, seems like a good idea, but with how executives like to treat media that children happen to have consumed, I feel like that will not go well.
See, that's my concern. Is I don't know how you get an exec on board with Warriors as a children's animation, considering how much on-screen
Yeah, well,
death there will
even
be.
then, it wouldn't be a children's animation. It would, you know, be an adult animation, but that's
It would just be, genuinely, it would just be an adult animation.
But the thing is, that's an even harder pitch.
I could see them just like implying the gory details and just not showing them. You know, it can be done. But like, you know.
You know.
Tiger Star gets his stomach ripped open and he dies 8 times in a row. It's for the kids. You know, it's awesome.
I think
He had it coming.
it being a book does help a lot because it's not shown. It's, you know, text you read and then you have to imply it. I think that's one way that novels can get away with stuff like that.
Yeah.
It'd be so funny if we like read the Warriors books and then like none of this happened. There's no death. There's no nothing.
There's no death.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I literally no. Like, when I talked to Sean about it, I was like, I'm gonna
You
count
gaslit
how many cats die
yourself.
in the first series of books, and it's like over 80, DJ.
You gaslit yourself into thinking Warriors was violent.
That is so funny.
There's over 80 deaths in 6 books.
Oh god.
It's a lot.
So I made the mistake because I didn't have double trigger.
They've got a good range under their belt too. Cats die from things like getting trees knocked on top of them to getting ran over to dying from diabetes and all sorts of shit.
Wait, you didn't tell me about the diabetes.
The diabetes guy, I think he dies off screen. I think it's just a listed cause of death.
Like how
I just remember seeing that in like one of the books that's like just tells you about like random ones.
how are they told, or how are you told that he has diabetes? Like how do they?
That's in a book that's like, I don't want to call it an anthology. It's more like think about like if it was like a Warriors Hyrule Historia and it was just explaining like random shit to you. Some random cat died of diabetes. I forget who it was.
And now I have double. Oh come on.
No.
I want to read Warriors again as an adult.
Oh, nice,
I think
yeah.
it'd be a fun read. I need to finish reading Archie Sonic though, as an adult, but I didn't read that as a child. I did spoil myself, and I don't. I'm not looking forward to Firestar having a like afterlife face off with Tiger Star. I think that's stupid.
Face off.
That's dumb. I do think the level of mysticism that Warriors has is the level of mysticism that Lion King could strive for and should have instead of anything else that has happened with that property.
Yeah, you seem to like stories with furries and mystical elements.
It's fun. It's
Actually,
classic.
If Ray's gonna help themselves, so.
from what I know, Star Fox Adventures, or at least Dinosaur Planet, more like, is that kind of like from what I've seen.
It's got some.
Because I know Star Fox Adventures is just a very gimped version of Dinosaur Planet. Because that's something that we'll talk about later. Because I actually plan to play that game, probably on stream. Because I think it's an interesting piece of history of how much a game changed throughout its development because of various things. But yeah, basically, there's a game on the GameCube called Star Fox Adventures, and it started life as a different game. That game was called Dinosaur Planet, and that game was going to be okay. Star Fox Adventures is half, probably less than half of what Dinosaur Planet was gonna be. So a lot of stuff that they wanted to do, they couldn't do. For there's various reasons that have kind of been well, it shouldn't be debated because we know the facts now, but people still claim a debate of why the game got gimped. But yeah, pretty much it's one of those cases where a good portion of the vision had to be changed for one reason or another, and what we got isn't a lot of what we were supposed to get. But I would say when it comes to media like that, would you say that it's better that it did come out in that state, or should it not have come out at all?
Well, I think if it didn't come out at all, we probably wouldn't know fucking anything about it. I think that's an interesting thing about something releasing in like an altered state, is that when people aren't satisfied with the product, they kind of look into why, especially nowadays.
Yeah.
People really want to know what went wrong. Some people are just passionate about the game. You know, some people do like it and they want to know everything they can about it.
Yeah.
But that leads to uncovering, like, oh, this is what it was meant to be. This is the things they're supposed to be. This is what they had planned. This is what was missing. You know, and I think that ultimately it's probably a good thing that it came out in some form, regardless of your opinion on the game. I know a lot of people hate it. I think a lot of people are just like petty as fuck. The game's definitely not perfect by any means. I think there's plenty of things to complain about, but it's also like not terrible.
Yeah, with
people act like it's the worst thing ever, and it's just like, you just wanted Star Fox. I get it. But
with
like,
Star Fox Adventures, people like to blame Miyamoto, but from the facts that were revealed by the devs themselves, he was not responsible. It's the same as Paper Mario. Miyamoto did not have anything to do with that.
I will say very recently, I mean, the thing used to be that people were just mad that the game wasn't Star Fox. You know, now people are mad that the game isn't Dinosaur Planet.
Yeah.
But,
so that the game just can't catch a break.
But I will say, I think the upset that it's not a Star Fox game is a little crazy to me, because there's a Star Fox game on the GameCube.
Yeah, eventually. It came out 3 years after that one, so
Yeah.
I can believe people.
Well, I
disappointed.
see a big difference in attitude for like this and say Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. It's like you wait a really long time and you get a game that is not what you want. That sucks dick. You know, I get that. But I think that applies more to Banjo, where there was a huge gap, and then they kind of got people's hopes up, and then it was not really a normal Banjo game. I see more people nowadays actually like Nuts and Bolts, which is great. It's got a lot of cool stuff in it, it seems like. I haven't played it myself. You know, definitely not a Banjo game. Seems like a fun game. Or at least a game that you can have fun in. But with Star Fox, it's like, that wasn't the biggest gap in the world. There was a console generation, and it was the next one. You know, it was like there wasn't a console gap, even, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I think one difference between Nuts and Bolts and Star Fox Adventures is that Nuts and Bolts was the vision. That is what they wanted to do with the game the whole time. Contrary to what some people might have thought, it was revealed in a compilation of the company that made that game, Rare, called Rare Replay, where they had developer interviews, and the director of Nuts and Bolts said that the opportunity came to make a new Banjo game, but they just didn't really know what to do. And then the vehicle ideas came about. So you can argue that he's dumb for not having any ideas, but I would say people are only human. People are human.
F-Zero fans be like, Miyamoto, think of something, do something.
Yeah. Honestly, when it comes to that sort of deal, I'm more forgiving of that, because I get it. Since you can only come up with so much, and you only have time to come up with so much for a project. And it's also fair for some people to be frustrated. Like, for example, I know a lot of people are frustrated that Mega Flygon was supposed to happen but didn't, because they just couldn't come up with a design for it. and we still haven't gotten it, even after a new game with Mega Evolutions.
That is like insane that they have like the world's best art team and like a billion people that would do it if they couldn't, and they'd be like, couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I want Mega Flygon at this point, because I don't like half the megas that they make anyway.
Like, when I make a Mega Flygon, don't worry, they're making fucking. We're doubling up on Megas for some fucking reason.
We don't know how to make a Mega Flygon, but if we did make Mega Flygon, its eyes would be 12 times bigger, and that would be it. Let's be nice to Game Freak. I like Pokemon. Okay, let's stop being nice to Game Freak.
I mean, I saw them once they looked the fucking. They seem to be on that.
Like the fucking. Like, please. I'll fucking beg it.
An infinite money machine, so I get on it.
I would take a Garchomp Z. Do it better this time.
What they made
Yeah,
that?
I think
they not make that?
Garchomp needs
That's
another
okay.
shot
Yeah.
at a Mega Evolution because the normal
didn't
Mega.
Oh.
He did. He has one. He has the next one.
Oh wait, he does? Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen it.
Oh my god, I thought we were joking.
No,
No,
I
was.
didn't see it.
That's like I say, they just doubled up on Megas. It's fucking ZA, like fucking Lucario.
Oh, was that in the
Yeah,
DLC?
Lucario Z.
Because
No, I like
that might be
Lucario Z.
why.
Echo.
Because the only new Mega from the DLC of ZA that I know about is Lucario and the Pikachus.
No, I have no clue what we made that. It's actually so ass.
I feel kind of indifferent about Garchomp. Z
Okay,
also.
a thousand Pokemon, and they really went back and said, let's give fucking Garchomp a second Mega because we fucking had no.
Okay, true. However, I'm okay with the Lucario. I like that one.
No,
Yeah,
that's such a fucking waste.
it is. However, I like that one.
And it's not like it's like an alternate like thing. Like I kind of like use that one or the other one. No, the Z one is just better.
I'm
That's a different
fine
problem.
with
That's a problem with game balance.
Garchomp getting another Mega because. Oh, wait, well, I mentioned this earlier, but I think he needs another shot at a Mega because I think Mega Garchomp, the normal one, was
Mega Garchomp just need to be more bulky. That's like all games.
a
to be
little
honest.
uninspired compared to other
I
Megas.
think if you get like a big bulky shark thing, I mean like fine. It's just too lean. And then it's will work.
I just think that their idea of what a Mega Pokemon is not what I want it to be, and it's not happening.
Well, what do you want?
Not what they do, because I don't like their pattern, especially this generation of just like we take a feature and make it big. And it's like okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of those in this one.
It's like I think that's boring. Please stop doing that.
I do agree. I like my favorite Megas are the ones where it morphs their body, like Mega Salamence, Mega
Well, it's like that's
Pinsir.
the evolution part of Pokemon is you get to see a new design, and it's like it's the same Pokemon and it looks the same. It's like oh, you know,
Yeah.
it's like it's a little boring when it. What does Mega Feraligatr look like? I love Feraligatr. It's Feraligatr with a big stupid head on it, glued to it. That is not. It's funny. I don't like it. You know, it's like I was hoping that my boy was gonna become epic. You know, he was gonna be super cool, and it's like they just glued something to him. He looks the same.
Oh, this makes the old Megas go wrong. Okay, bro. I don't even like all of them. Wait, we looked at them.
That was before
we
that was
we
before
looked
the
at the latest
DLC
DLC
came
ones.
out. No, that
No,
was
we looked at the DLC once. I remember.
Oh,
Because that's
oh,
how I know
I
that
don't
Garchomp Z is a thing.
I don't remember. Seeing
I don't
Garchomp.
remember either. Well, if I was there, then I guess that shows how bad Garchomp Z's design was because I didn't remember it at all.
I don't remember. I think it's more plain.
It's like it's like a side grade to the original Mega Garchomp. Honestly, he's not that different. He's got like different
Yeah,
details, and he's got slightly different arms and
yeah, he's
It's
like
like
better.
weird.
But he's not like particularly right.
yeah, it's fucking crazy.
It's more plain to the card chomp instead of more chomp. I don't know.
More chomp. Yeah.
See, I think Mega Absol Z works because he's like Shadow the Hedgehog
Oh yes,
compared to the
I
other
also
one.
see. Also,
It's like an angel. They're all white and they have the.
there make so many of those, bro.
I don't know. I like Absol.
I don't remember that one.
They're like
Yeah,
black and I have like one way.
He is black and he has.
Oh,
like,
okay,
red.
okay. Now I do.
Do you remember Mega Abominable?
No. Other than that, it exists.
Wait, which one?
Mega
Mega Abominable.
Crabominable. Oh, okay. I remember that one exists, but I don't remember the design.
He looks like a Abominable.
Yeah, but like big. And like it's standing on 2 legs and it's ugly.
Ah,
I don't like the Megas, man.
I don't
Let's
like
get the
megas very
boy.
much. Whis, get the Mega Killer.
Seems you're a Mega Pokemon. I don't like Mega Pokemon very much. Please get the friend maker. I really hope I like this new generation of Pokemon, dude. The last one wasn't it for me.
It's not funny like banging.
I'm talking about the designs. I'm talking about the designs of the Pokemon.
Yeah.
No.
What? You don't like them? The new one?
Not really.
I don't like them either, DJ. For me,
What?
already,
The
this is
starters?
yeah. These
Yeah.
are the worst starters in my opinion.
Dude, low-key, these have been the best starters in years, bro.
That's crazy.
No, that I keep bringing this up, but with Pokemon, they literally design to appeal to all different kinds of people's tastes. So it's normal for people to like some Pokemon, but not others.
The Sword and Shield starters are fucking ugly as shit. For Goku, it's the only saving grace on that one, and then the
Sword and
Yeah, I
Shields
missed something.
were my
DJ,
least
that's not from
favorite.
Sword and Shield. DJ is a different game.
Yeah,
He's a
Sword and
Yeah, no, I
Shields
know.
were my least
Okay,
favorite
okay.
until these new ones were revealed.
The Sword and Shield starters just fucking suck, and then they don't get better. They just get worse. I'm not
Yeah.
crazy.
I think
I like Scorbunny, I
Don't
guess.
say that
Like,
about my
number
boy.
Ooh, Inteleon like just sucks. bro.
No, he's like XLF.
everyone has that one generation that they just don't like. I know our friend Gwidget hates Generation 2. I think our friend Keaton does as well. Rob hates Gen 5. I despise...
Okay. So I hate Gen 5, but now I fucking hate Gen 8. Or which Gen? Okay, I might have it mixed up. Hold on. Gen 9. Gen
Sword
9, I
and
hate
Shield?
Gen 9.
Oh.
I hate Gen 9.
Really? You don't
Well,
like
it's 'cause
Scarlet and Violet that
I
much?
don't like the Pokemon in it. Like a lot of the new like I love the ones I like, right? Like I love Pokeball, right? I have a problem, but
So many Pokemon in Gen 9 just get like squandered. They just don't do anything. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Beluga, they
They're
don't this.
all really boring, and I just don't care about any of them. I really struggled to build a team out of new Pokemon.
For
because I
me,
didn't care
that's
about
Sword
any
and
of them.
Shield. Even the games in general, like I kind of despise every single thing about Sword and Shield. Like that's one game I can say with confidence that I genuinely dislike wholeheartedly.
I like weirdly had fun with Sword and Shield. I finished the Pokédex in that game just
Yeah,
like
I did
in
not.
Scarlet and
That
Violet.
was one of the few games that I can think of that I just never beat because I didn't want to.
I think Scarlet and Violet as a game is like pretty bad.
I liked it more.
Over Sword and Shield, honestly. Sword and Shield,
I can
Me too.
So I can agree with that. I think Scarlet and Violet is also really boring. I would be real. But
I like more fun like fucking them down at least.
the thing is, I had a lot of fun fucking. I will say the peak of Scarlet and Violet, any highs are definitely higher than the highs in Sword and Shield for sure. The lows I think are worse because it's like I'm just exploring like fucking nothing. It's like
What if they didn't fucking work on the time? Nothing ass.
my problem is that the game has no visual variety. It does. I'm being a bit of an ass, but it's very plain. And by like it's like here is your grass field. Here is your grass
Yeah.
field. here's your field
It
of
doesn't
grass.
help that the
It's snowy on
the
this one.
texture work in Scarlet and Violet is bad, yeah. And it
It's good
doesn't
in the Pokemon, but like the
It's good on
fucking
the Pokemon.
environment is bad.
it doesn't
No.
make the environments look interesting at all.
Yeah, that's my problem is that the environments are bland. Even when they're like interesting shapes, there's a lot of like crazy like overhangs and like cave structures that if I saw in Minecraft, I'd be like, I gotta live here. But when I see it in Pokemon, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's tantamount to good texture arc is when you're able to.
It's just nothing pops, and it just feels
Yeah.
like nothing's happening.
Because with Scarlet and Violet, it kind of just feels like it's the raw geometry, but just colored.
But it's like it makes it feel like really weird whenever something actually is different because it does stand out.
Yeah.
Like when you go to that one city that's like layered and has the water, and you go to the painted forest for like 10 seconds. 'cause
Yeah,
it's
the
1
one
inch
that
wide,
always
and
lagged
you go
and
to
could
area
never,
0.
you could never move around in at all because it ran at like
Yeah.
2 FPS.
And when you go to Area 0 feels really different.
Oh,
But it's just like,
okay, this is a story that we haven't told on stream. You can tell it if you want, Rob, but when we tried co-op and the sandwiches, do you remember that?
oh, the sandwiches mechanics are bad. I had all the ingredients for Sean. I knew what we needed, right? And so I was like, Sean, don't worry about it. I have the stuff. I learned that Sean has to contribute an ingredient anyway. If Sean contributes an ingredient, it fucks up the sandwich. It makes a different sandwich. He can't not do something. He has to. I have to let Sean put one of the random ingredients that we did on there, because he has to put something on the sandwich, or
You have
else.
to do something. It was 90 in Anaheim, was it? I didn't think it was that hot over here.
I haven't actually played Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I've only played the
I
originals.
have. I like them a lot.
So I mean, I was gonna say I think Gen 7 is my favorite.
Based.
I have a lot of grievances with it. I don't like the tutorial. I do think it is too long. I wish I could
Gen
say I
7
guess I know how to play
feels so small.
Pokemon. My only problem that's fair. I can agree with that. But my main grievance was because I love the setting. I love a lot of the things that they do. I'll get to that in a second. My main grievance. I wish I could say yes. I know how to play Pokemon. I understand Pokemon, and we would skip at least a handful of them saying, "Do you know how to catch this? Do you know how to do this? Do you know how to do this? I need to
Yeah,
go to Pokemon for you. You should go to the Trader Academy."
I agree
It's like,
with
oh.
both. I agree with both of you. I do think it's not that long, and it didn't bother me too much. But
It
I
didn't bother me
also
on my first
think,
playthrough because it's like whatever. But replaying it, I was like,
yeah,
oh my god.
I also think it seems not necessary to go into the depth that they tried to for that game.
My problem is it felt like when I say it feels handholdy, I kind of mean it because it felt like they
Yeah.
keep explaining stuff.
That-
they
that-
keep explaining stuff
yeah.
and they keep being like, you need to heal your Pokemon for you in the middle of this thing. It's like I can do it by myself.
Yeah, for that game,
you know.
it was. That's an instance where I agree with both of you, but Sun and Moon is still.
So it's still my favorite.
Yeah.
I think it does a lot of cool stuff. I love the Ultra Beasts. I love all sorts of stuff that they do. I really want Pokemon to be bosses. I like the idea of boss Pokemon,
Mm-hmm.
and Totem Pokemon are that.
Yeah.
You know.
I like that they actually did something different with Sun and Moon. And I actually learned something interesting about that. Apparently, the reason they made Sun and Moon different is because Game Freak was actually threatened by Yokai Watch, because that game was being made around the height of that series' popularity in Japan. So for
Yeah, but
once, they had
You can like just
competition.
better Pokemon to 3 as well.
Yeah, for once they had competition and actually kind of locked in when it came to, okay, we actually need to do something different now.
I'm really excited that we're seemingly getting a tropical setting again. My favorite.
Yeah.
So-
Contrary to what I'm saying, I don't actually have an issue with the normal Pokemon structure, because I think having a new region to explore and new Pokemon
Go
is
to the items. Go to the items. Oh my
Sean, go
god.
to your items.
Listen, use the holy water, bro.
Wait, I can do it right now?
Sean is the final boss.
Well, no. I mean, like, do I have to be next to him for it to work, or can I do it right where I am?
I think it's full screen. Just do it. If it
Okay.
doesn't work, just fucking reset. I will know.
Didn't do much.
Did it do anything? I didn't do
I don't know
much.
if it did anything. I think
It did a little bit.
Get close to him and do it again. See if that works better. I'm curious. That just worked. Oh, the what just doesn't work on him.
But he's almost dead anyway. Oh my god, no!
Choker.
Shoot him once. Shoot him once. Shoot him twice. Shoot him 3 times.
Oh no!
Oh my god, bro.
That's fine. I don't mind. I don't mind
Century.
talking about.
Pokemon.
Well, just
My religion.
Yeah, stuff in general.
Gen 7 is so short. You blink and the area is done. You blink again and you're at the gym. You blink and you're at the next island. Like, what the fuck?
I do think I could get behind DJ's idea of Gen 7 is so good there should have been more of it.
The routes are just like so short, dude. They're tiny.
Yeah.
All the areas are tiny. The islands are tiny. Everything's tiny. Like, okay, like the game's just over.
I think that's fair. But DJ.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say
they added Salazzle.
I do like what they did with Scarlet and Violet, where they have 3 separate story arcs going on, and you do 3 different things throughout the world. I like that idea a lot. The problem is,
I wish Scarlet and Violet had more story, and I wish I didn't have to play as a toddler who doesn't know how to dress themselves.
the problem is with
Oh yeah, that was really bad.
with Scarlet and Violet is that it's open world, yet nothing is scaled. So you can go to one of the you can be at the level you're supposed to be for like the 4th gym, and not go to the area of the 1st gym because you just didn't go over there, and then it's just nothing at all. You just sweep through everything because the levels are far below what you are now, because you were supposed to go there earlier. Holy water worked that time.
But that is they didn't think. I mean, I'm gonna finally fucking done day chance game with the sucks there. Oh my god.
No more content.
What if you made the
Devil May
final 2
Cry.
fights? I have nothing to do with everything you've been playing the entire fucking game.
Well, the second phase was
There would be many
more
such
normal.
cases
You just had to do
if you said that.
platforming. Oh wait, hold on! It's a cutscene.
Give music, bro.
My mother risked her life for me. And now you, too. I should have saved you.
Jesse.
I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light!
What do you have a number there?
The thing is, I can't be too mad because his voice cracking
Can't be too bad.
does make sense because he's upset, but it's so
No,
funny
dude,
that they
no.
made it echo. That's the funny thing. They made the voice crack echo.
No, that voice crack that was fucking hard, bro. Like, no. That's bad.
And you can't be too bad because you're playing Devil May Cry, not Overwatch.
Shut the fuck up!
My father's also here.
I can't believe you exercised to my soul and living again.
I like that line delivery. My father's also here now.
I love how this fucking meant nothing because, like, she comes back and it's Sparta also gets like second word for
Well,
it.
we didn't know that at that time. This was the only game.
It's so funny. It's like, oh, it's so final. And Dante left behind his past, and then you fucking picked up both of these things and took them back.
We didn't know that at this time. This was the only one.
Alright, time to play Devil May Cry 2.
Oh,
That's what some people want me to do.
No,
and
please, dude.
I
no.
know. I'm with you, DJ. I really do not want to.
Just play 3.
Yeah, and I will. Not next, but I do want
I'm
to play
like barely
3.
on board with playing the first one.
No,
I don't believe that the
I
second one that's actually bad.
I wanted to play Devil May Cry 1 because that's just something that I want to do as a game researcher. I want to go to the series origins. I that's just a thing that I want to do.
You should play 2 and to like analyze it. You'll be like, damn, that's boring. And then you see the next mechanic, like, damn, that's boring.
Well, that's
Damn,
why,
that's
because
like,
I don't
that's
think I
boring.
need
Damn, that's
to,
like-
since it's just boring. I would have more fun if it was entertainingly bad. But from what everyone tells me, DMC2 is just boring, and that's the worst
The game is
kind
so
of
boring
bad.
that analyzing it is boring.
Yeah.
You get the mechanic, it's like, damn, that could be done better.
That-
Damn, that could have been done better.
That's
Every
yeah,
single
no,
fucking
exactly. That's exactly why I'm not gonna play DMC2. Also, there's another mission. Huh. Okay. So I beat the final boss, and I thought that would be the end.
This is the part where you meet the G-Man.
How is this gonna end up? I feel like this is gonna be a Metroid escape sequence.
Looks good.
Yes, it is.
How come this game? I couldn't just end the game.
He likes Metroid.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
The game escape sequence with this fucking shit ass like platform in this game is crazy.
Yeah, that's Wait. Oh, there we go. I like the music though. Okay, if I have to kill enemies,
No, just no.
okay.
Unless they, like,
I do.
physically stop you. Yeah, I also say unless they physically stop you, like just don't bother. I hope they take away farther from you also because like
Getting,
it could be a better
Yeah, because he put the sword in the ground.
God forbid you can fucking go through this section without having a stroke.
Getting Xenosaga Episode 2 flashbacks.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
God.
Of course they have enemies that are difficult to deal with. What is happening? Is he getting stronger? Oh, he absorbed my devil trigger. Oh god.
DJ, I don't remember if you watched me play much of Xenosaga Episode 2, but that game has like the longest like regular battles ever.
Yeah.
And
I didn't like
thought
that.
they thought it would be a good idea to like actually time you for real in and out of battle on an escape sequence.
Yeah. that
Every
that was something.
And the enemies there like heal themselves and shit. It's so fucking stupid. It's so annoying.
If there is one thing I like
They're also
about
extremely deadly.
Xenosaga 1 more than 1 and 2 more than 3 is the combo system. I think that was a cool idea. But 3 didn't have that because it was more
There's a
traditional
normal.
mechanics. It did have boost though.
Boost feels good. I will say, if the alternative is what they did in 2, fucking thank God they did traditional. I'd stop experimenting.
Yeah. That
Oh.
tends to be a thing with every Xeno game is that Tetsuya Takahashi never seems to know what he wants to do with the combat of the games.
I'm just of the opinion that it's just like you can do like whatever crazy wacky shit you want to do, but brother, if it's not working, I need you to like tone it down. I don't need you to pretend like it's still working and
Yeah,
like make it hard,
'cause
hard as fuck.
Every Xenoblade game has different gameplay mechanics too. Like the combat is pretty different in all of them.
My problem is that 2 has like this weird ass cheeks combat that's really obnoxious and takes forever. But they didn't just leave it at that. They thought it would be fun to twist your nutsack a little bit too every like 3 hours by giving you the hardest boss fight known to man that looks left when you think it won't, and it explodes your like asshole wide open and you die. And it's like, okay, awesome. You should have known 45 minutes into the boss fight that when he says a voice line, he's going to kill you instantly.
Oh shit, wrong way. Oh, don't tell me they respawn.
You needed to have the
Oh
boss
my
stuck in a stun
God.
loop for his entire health bar.
Okay.
But
I
it
just have to kill
is
them
fun
once.
to say, it is fun to keep talking about how you knock the enemy up, because that's a mechanic. I think that's funny.
Yeah, it
Good
is in this
job.
game too. Even if it's optional.
Dante's knocking people out. The whole time.
I mean, a lot of people are thirsting for him and Virgil.
I don't see it.
It's a lot of people now because
You know me, I'm just not into the...
some VTubers have been introduced to Devil May Cry, and because, you know, they're popular, Devil May Cry has, funnily enough, this happened when we were streaming this game.
You're a
So
VTuber.
Devil May Cry somehow came back into the public consciousness when we were playing this anyway.
You just willed it, so...
Yeah, I guess so.
Espresso.
So I guess the same thing will happen
Espresso.
for the next game. Oh my god, that was the fucking pillar. Oh.
You know the pillar, the fucking pillar? That's crazy, right?
You're gonna jump this way. Wait, what?
What do you mean gonna jump? No, Sean, just stay on the platform. Doesn't even remember. I can't believe it. Fake DMC one fan.
Well, I don't remember because that was 2 weeks ago.
To DMC fan, we'll let him breathe. DMC.
Escape Mullet Island before it collapses. Okay.
You just don't wanna...
Do you know how
I'm not
Resident
gonna
Evil 4
waste
ends,
my
Sean?
time. No.
You're about to learn.
Wait, you mean actual Resident Evil 4 or what this game was originally?
Actually, go for it.
Oh, interesting. Oh no.
This also happens in Resident Evil 4.
I don't remember if the cave sequence happens in Resident Evil 4, but what happens at the end of this does happen. In some way. Not in the exact same way, but...
Leon gets stabbed by a door, possessed by demons from hell.
that might happen right away.
Oh, come on, there's more? Oh my god.
Oh my.
Alright, cool. Oh boy. Forced down into the sewers. And a way is blocked. Oh, I remember this room. We fought the bugs here. Okay. Seizure. What?
The gate has been opened. Dante, you are not getting away.
I have to fight him again?
Where you will die.
I'm not going anywhere. Besides, there's no place to go. Look around. This will be your burial ground as well.
Oh my god, I have to fight him again!
Gotta be genius.
At least I'm not
Yeah.
timed.
you had to fight the most like wall crushing, like dick smashing fight ever, and then you fucking hit this guy 3 times, he's almost dead.
This design is cool though. Also, I do kind of see this more as a victory lap anyway, because you already got put through so much.
Yeah, that's the old boss.
No.
Dante, you'll be okay. You can do it.
What?
What?
Mother.
No, the fuck. It didn't even last fucking 1 game.
But why is she alive? We voice cracked over you. Wait.
I'm blessed the big shot.
Okay.
The big shot.
I think that's kind of neat that because Ebony and Ivory are Dante's iconic guns,
It looks like we have a winner.
and we end with them. Oh, he said it!
I-
And we end the game with them.
I don't think he did.
So that's where he says jackpot in
And
this
when you do
game.
come back, give my regards to my son,
Did
will
Bundos
ya?
come back?
Eh.
They didn't.
Trish.
Dante. Dante. I.
Trish. Devils never cry. These tears.
He said it.
Tears are a gift only humans have.
He didn't say Devil
What's
May
your
Cry
name?
though.
Darkness came up. As the Mundas indeed did not come back.
Don't worry, Trish. I don't know if you're a devil or not. 'Cause devils may cry, but you just did. So you're not one.
Humans never give up.
Okay, bro. That's what you want.
Yes.
I can't think of right now. I need time to cook good jokes. That's why I'm just references and riff off of you guys.
Let's rock.
That's right. There you go. That's how
Oh
Resident Evil 4 ends.
my goodness.
Resident Evil 4 ends in the exact same way, but it's a jet ski instead of a plane. Holy fuck! shut
I
up.
can't control it. It's I'm not used to it. It's the inverted controls again.
Bro hit every single fucking wall.
I need to
The
get
noise
used to
is
this.
that-
This is
It's okay. They put them there so you could hit them.
The noise is so funny. Like it's not like fucking very fast, but giving you back shots, bro.
I also can't tell the
You gonna edit that over the video, did you?
the hit. Sometimes how do I avoid that? Sometimes I wish these were recorded so that I could finally use my my sensor noise that I have to put over us cursing with the because I have that and I've been
that's
saving
cute,
it
yeah.
for future videos to censor out stuff we say.
Yeah. Where did he go?
That was
Excellent.
also kind of embarrassing that I got a game over at the very end sequence.
Nah, this game was gonna suck dick.
The sky. It's so clear.
Still don't think
Guy.
it's that bad.
Blue.
The sky is fair. It'll always be.
It's like so like ridiculously like hard for no reason for like the last moment.
The sky. I feel like my heart is becoming clear.
Okay, bro. I feel like my heart is becoming clear.
Let's not forget, though, the Underworld's evil is still alive. They will someday return.
There's no need to worry, right? Because the world has the legendary Dark Knight Dante and his sidekick.
Mm. She wasn't really in future games, right?
No, she is. But she's not that great. These are different characters.
Devil never cry. Yes. Okay, great. Where's the place? We'll be right there. This one has the password. Sounds heavy.
Okay, let's get it over with in 10 minutes. Can't let a single one of those suckers live.
5 minutes.
More than enough.
I believe it has part of right here.
Ooh.
I should that meant fucking nothing.
The music. Alright.
DJ
Alright.
lost his reason to have like a poet. He was like, "Yeah, I'll leave my sword here."
Game
And then
is
she came back and he was
over.
like, "Fuck that! Oh, my sword."
Oh, I like that about these credits is that they credit who specifically worked on what specific part of the game. Not a lot of credits do that. That's interesting. So every time I beat a game, I like to give my thoughts. Forever how brief, because you know it takes me time to think of more articulate answers. But I like this game. Even if I played it without save states, I still wouldn't say it's a bad game. It's just design that requires me to be patient and more time consuming, and that's time I didn't want to spend. But I did just have fun going through the levels, and I liked how the combat felt. I think the most interesting thing I found about this game was the fixed camera. I actually liked it most of the time. Most of the time. The times where it didn't work were the bosses. I think that should not have been a thing. But in the other areas, when exploring and walking around, I think the fixed camera enhanced it. I honestly think this game would have felt a bit more generic if it was free camera because of the environment and just the framing. How when you go into each area, it's a specific camera angle. Even if some of them weren't that deliberate and were there just to be artsy, I don't know, I still liked it, and it still made parts of this game memorable. Like even going outside of the bridge, when you exit the cathedral, I still remember that area because for some reason they framed that as a Dutch angle. It doesn't have to make sense. I mean, there might have been a deliberate reason, but this is something I mentioned earlier, is that I don't think everything has to make logical sense for it to be something to be liked. And that's kind of a lot of this game, actually. And that's also in most of, from what I've seen, Kamiya's design, where he tends to do a lot of things just because it's cool. And that's definitely the case with
Oh my
this
God.
game. But yeah, this game does have some parts that are definitely not as approachable for someone that has played games from the past 10 years, but I definitely think it's very playable for people who are willing to be patient and get used to the game systems. Because I do think it does feel good. Anyway, directed by Hideki Kamiya. Ending with the picture frame of his mom and the pendant that we saw at the very beginning of the game. So, yeah. All right. I got a C on that last mission. I think I would probably get an A if I was quicker.
Overall
getting
score,
it.
this game was pretty good. No complaints. 0 out of 10.
No, I do think it is good, and I do have issues with it, but that's okay. I would say 7 out of 10 for me.
That's pretty good. What are you, IGN? No, you meant the 7 out of 10 real.
Okay.
I really hated it was like Yoshi's Island. No, it was Yoshi's New Island. They list like only negatives, and he's like, the music was so bad I had to turn it off. And then like the game has like an 8.6 or some shit.
Now
Like,
try
dude.
hard mode. No, thank you. I think I will become DJ and despise this game if I play it on hard mode.
There's no
I
way
wanna-
the game with no
I wanna
upside
keep-
has an 8.6.
I want to keep the goodwill this game has with me.
That was how I played Lords of the Fallen. I beat it, and I was like, this game is ass. And I was like, maybe if I do New Game Plus.
Oh no, I would not have thought that.
I
For
played that game
any
1.5 times.
game.
I really tried to like it. I mean, I paid full fucking price for it. But it's just bad. It's a shit game.
All right,
2
well,
millenniums ago,
oh, the game is starting over again.
and the
Well, yeah, stream ended kind of early because, well, like DJ said, there wasn't too much after where we ended last time, but
stood up against this
I hope everyone enjoyed this interesting ride
later. He
and
Yeah.
expect more from us.
and
Well, at least I plan to have more because this is just my favorite thing to do. I like playing games and talking about them, trying to analyze them with friends that can make better conversation than I can. And that's exactly why this series started. So join us next time for
Don't in the stream. Don't in the stream.
what? Why not?
Just say it. Just say it. Just say what you're saying.
Castlevania Symphony of the Night. That's the next game we're gonna be playing.
Okay, epic.
I don't know
I hope
when
that-
that will be, but it will be
Devil May Cry.
At some point.
hopefully sometime at least within the next 3 weeks. That's what I'm
You have to make
shooting
the thumbnail
for.
it.
What were we gonna say, Rob?
You have to make the thumbnail for it.
Yeah.
It's fine. Oh, I hope that everyone had a good, happy Black History Month. I hope everyone has
Oh
a
my
happy Black
God.
History Year. Happy Black History
Summer
Century.
Stream.
No, it's too late. It's already happened.